it. Hello, and welcome to another scene in Darkness in Dublin, where we're doing a thingy with the thingies, because we have new people today. So, it is another rather lovely day outside in the Changeling Market. Of course, that's really about it. The sky is shining, everyone's having a decent time. Those who aren't sick, of course. For those who are sick, unfortunately, they are not there because they have gone into quarantine because everyone is rather afraid of this spreading to them. It is, well, a plague upon the changelings. Not so much the humans, or the Cananes even for that matter, just the changelings. Except for that one human who has yet to die, though the Banshee never really gave a specific date, to be fair, as most Banshees don't. The giant has returned. She is looking a lot worse for wear, though. Her wings are tattered and not as glorious as they once were, but she still sits crisscross, talking to the children, asking them how their day was and whatnot. There are less and less people showing up and running their booths. Those who are getting a good amount of business, considering they're the only ones really open, so everyone else's options are rather limited for, the items that they have to get. Yes. Have fun. And y'all can intro when y'all want.
Screw it. Hi, Kim.
Oh, no.
What?
Just the way you said that.
No. I don't really have my dross pool anymore, but considering I haven't spent dross in months, I assume I've got a gigantic pile of dross.
You could calculate it up, but we can go ahead and go with that.
I will calculate it up, but basically, because people are not able to move around as much, and because there's a lot of to do, and also because in case the other people need it, Tintagel is going to basically have set himself up in the main market square with two of his trolls. He'll bring Catherine and Aja to keep the peace, basically, but he's going to be giving dross to the peasants who might need it in case they can't get out of the market to access other balefires from his own supply.
Okay.
So he will basically be handing out small amounts of dross to get people by. So he'll have brought 150 with him.
Probably in the crowd is this gigantic guy, pushing his way through, going, "Excuse me there, boy. Come on, move it." Like seeing there's handouts essentially, so he's moving quite quickly.
Yep, not everyone is definitely moving out of the way as this giant dude just kind of dum.
You know how ships have a wake? I imagine he has one too.
Yes.
And there is a satyr in it who is much, much smaller than him.
Yeah.
Only because, well...
like the parting of the Red Sea.
Yeah, best way to break through a crowd. Follow this guy.
That's definitely one way to do it.
In a loud, kind of authoritative voice, "Please step forward. Don't shove. There's plenty for everyone. Childers and the young first, or the elderly. Please. I assure you, sir, there will be more than enough for your needs. Calm down. Dreaming preserve us all."
Scooching his way through, like, "On, excuse me there, down, boy. I need more than you do." You know what I mean? He's coming, moving his way gently through.
Wading in people.
Mountain of a leprechaun, cluricon, whatever, approaching him. Because Tintagel's not that tall. He's only about 5'8", 5'9".
No, this guy's 7 foot 350 pounds of muscle.
He'll look him up and down and he'll say, "Why are you not at the front?"
I didn't see the line until it was too late, so I had to, had to hop high on my way through, like.
No. Why are you not at the front?
Oh, I don't know.
I see.
Suppose.
Interesting.
I suppose it. Well, suppose I was just, haven't been cast out yet,
You'll actually see him split a smile, and he will take a small pouch. Basically, all the dross is in a small pouch that has 3 dross inside of it, and he will put it into your hands, and he'll say, "There, I hope this alleviates your need."
Oh, thanks very much, boy. Oh, alleviates the need, my.
Oh wait, shit! Did you just call him boy?
Well, boy, not in boy as in boy,
No.
but the Irish sense of boy. You know what I mean? Like,
The
as Cork-
sheathed hand will immediately clasp, and he'll say, "My name is Count Tintagel Flickerflame Abdougal. Please do not refer to me as boy."
Right, yeah. Count Flickerflame, did you say?
Satyr will immediately pop around his side. Pleasure to meet you. You got another one of those?
He will take another small pouch and he'll place it in your hand, and he'll say, "Yeah, take what you need."
And she will happily take the little pouch and bring it up and kind of make for a little kind of polite "thank you very much" salute. She is literally ducked under his elbow.
Stares at her like, where the fuck did you come from? Type stare, like, huh?
"You, big man, what's your name?"
Oh, I'm Tristan McBan, but everyone calls me Rise the Lightning.
"I see. Who do you serve?"
I serve around, help out a few people who would need it.
"I mean, you're not sworn to any liege lord."
No, not yet anyway.
"I see. A man as strong as you could be of major use to us in the coming war against Ulster."
Oh, well, I like to fight, so wherever you need me, and as long as you just pay well.
He kind of looks over at the troll and is like, "Catherine, can you come here for a moment, please?"
Oh yeah, sure. And you'll
Up and up and up.
and there's this rather tall, smiling troll. There are little pink ribbons actually wrapping around her horns.
Please,
She seems
please
very
tell me
happy and cheerful.
Please tell me this is like the 9-foot one.
Yeah.
Yes.
The satyr bleats. It's a tiny noise, but it's just the holy shit kind of exhalation. She just bleats softly. Oh god.
Oh my god, this is going to be like what happened when Tormund Giants made me Brianna Tarek.
Oh, yeah.
shit.
No. Oh, yeah. He comes over and Tristan just stares like, hello there. You know what I mean? Just
Hello. She'll wave.
nods slowly like, that's a big woman. I like that.
Does he say that?
Under his breath, yeah. It's just staring.
We're gonna say she's too high up to hear that. Hearing penalties for being tall. So she'll just kind of say, "Oh yeah, what did you need? Oh hi, Lord,
Highland
Tintagel."
muckety muck.
He will flash aside. You can actually, for the record, Catherine will know he's really, if there was a day to fuck with him, it is not today. He's really tired and hasn't slept, and he hasn't been eating properly in weeks. So he's at a very low ebb because he's trying to keep everything held together. So she will say, "This gentleman here looked like he would be fine material. I wish you to give him a cursory examination."
Oh, is that your way of saying you want me to fight him?
"Yes."
Stands up straight like, oh, yes.
Can I use my hammer or don't use my hammer?
No hammer.
Oh.
Mildly disappointed.
I mean, she can use her hammer if she wants, but then I have to... You know what, fine. Fine. Ladies and
Yes!
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present to you something to raise your spirits in a small contest of arms. Please, clear the way there, clear the way.
Tristan puts his hands in his pockets and just smiles at everybody.
Yeah, and you can use whatever you want as well.
Oh, I'm getting my girls. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Ooh. What are their names?
He'll grin as, you know, just eyes are up and down like she knows what they mean. Finally, someone gets what I mean. Oh, Donna and Daisy. Oh, they're beautiful. He takes out these really shiny brass knuckles, essentially.
Oh my god, those are beautiful. And then she will remove this gigantic hammer from her back and just kind of slam it down onto the ground with enough force that, you know, the grass kind of explodes away. And she'll go, "This is Sparkles."
Oh my god. Wow, slap my arse and call me Brian. Look at that.
Tintagel will
If you
very calmly,
insist, I can.
will very calmly put his arm out and will take a few steps backward, taking the satyr with him out of the splash zone. Like
Yeah.
1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step.
So 20 steps later.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah. The satyr is not
And,
hard.
and with
to,
the other troll, who
corral.
has a very large shield in case there are projectiles.
Oh, does he? Well then.
There are 3 she's, but the middle one isn't here.
I was gonna say if there are big shields, well, I have found a tactical place to stand.
Brian rips off his shirt, full bare chested. There's a lot of ginger hair and just a lot of meat.
She kind of, her eyes slowly just kind of like, and then she quickly moves them back up.
I get a good look there. Get a good look. You know, he just flexes his muscle out as he's getting ready.
She's gonna look over at Tintagel fast. There's a blush on her face, and she's just like, I don't know what to do.
Tintagel, who's found some, you know what? He's going to be sitting on the rim of a well that's in one corner of the Changeling Market's main square, and he's going to shrug, and he's going to say, "I'd recommend fighting him with all that you are and seeing how that goes."
Yeah, but he's not wearing any armor, right? Oh, I guess you know what? Okay, we can make it. Okay, never mind. I got this.
You're not taking off your armor.
Fuck you.
Oh.
Why not?
Because, no, you have...
I've got a
No.
sports bra on underneath. I got
Alright,
3
alright,
sports
that-
bras on
I was
underneath.
going to say, if your mother ever heard about this, she would cook me alive.
That's why you don't tell her. Are you snitching?
No, fine, do you. You do you.
I was about to say, because if you're snitching, we got a problem. So I would be dead if you told my mother anything that I do here. Can we not tell her? She scares me. She's like the size of a mountain.
Yes.
I look like a dwarf in comparison.
On a side note, because I've never actually asked, Catherine and Haja, they're both knights of House Dougal. What are their replacements? Because they would each have one.
That's a good fucking question.
For the sake of lulz, when she mentions her mother's the size of a mountain, since I imagine the satyr has tucked herself around behind the she, because let's face it, nothing's gonna hit him, so it's definitely not gonna hit her. There's another like soft bleeding noise. Like holy shit, just the little
If it helps, she's not exaggerating. He'll say in a much softer voice.
Her replacement will probably be mechanical forearm.
Okay.
And her sisters will be a lung. No, not a lung, both lungs.
Fair.
And so she'll take off her plate. She wasn't lying. 3 sports bras to keep them in check because titty physics.
Now
Nah.
then, this is merely to test his mettle. So fight with all the, so he will say, fight with all the power you have, but should one side clearly be victorious, I would ask you to both simply cease hostilities. This isn't to the death.
Yeah, okay.
Nods, staring.
All right then. He will remove a handkerchief from the folds of his shirt, at which point he will let it fall, and when it touches the ground, he will say, "Begin."
Alright, I guess we roll initiative then. Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
I need to find out how much damage a hammer, like a troll great hammer, does, because holy shit!
Strength plus 8. If I remember
Yay.
correctly.
It should be in the. We do have a chart for this.
It's not in the chart yet.
Oh fuck nuggets!
I do have the Troll Kith book though, so I'm just gonna double check real fast.
Yeah, because there are weapons for trolls in there, aren't there?
It's the Troll Kith book.
Okay, boss.
No. It's okay, boss.
You used him the other day, and I felt betrayed.
Congratulations. I am a betrayer. What did you expect? just
Tintagel is going to Tintagel is going to reach across. He's going to pick up an apple from one of the stalls, flick a dross across, pick up another apple, cut the apple in two with a dagger he removed from his belt, and offer the other half of the apple to the satyr.
Ooh. Yep. She is all about these free handouts. Gotta stay close to him. Yeah, she'll take the other half and, again, just kind of offer him the bright, cheery smile.
Yo, who's you saying? It's also because he totally noticed Heart of the Muse, and he's just like, oh my yes.
The leprechaun noticed something. The leprechaun noticed the heart of something else as he's like dancing around watching. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Oh.
Rolling initiative. No. Oh man. Really, Discord? Now's the time that you're gonna act up?
I don't think it's acting up because it rolled perfectly for him. I think you want to just.
Well, it took it a hot minute to roll for him.
It did.
Oh, fuck you, Discord. Yeah, it's deciding to be gimpy.
Like sidekick is lagged as fuck right now.
Shall we fuck over to the rolls room?
Where is that again? I don't have a link for that, I don't think.
Well, hang on. Torna has his initiative because it did roll. He's on a 14 total.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are posting, I'm not even seeing it.
Yeah, the posts are there. I think it's just. Hang on. Oh no, Kim, it did roll for you. Your first roll is a 16 because it was 1d10 plus 9.
Okay. I will just discard the other one then. 166, yep, because that was right.
Yeah.
She's definitely going before me.
You'd almost swear the trolls were good at their jobs. Tell no one.
It's just this one is kind of only built for combat, and a couple other surprising little things.
They can all craft, can't they?
Yeah, but Catherine also likes to dance, and she's pretty good at a couple other things.
Oh yeah, she and I danced once at the Baylor party. That was pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so she's my first. What is her dice pool for this again? I actually built her sheets.
I have sheets for most of your NPCs. I have sheets for Zach's ward.
Probably sad.
It really is. The addiction scores on his sheet. Oh my god.
Why does he have addiction?
Oh, Kim, you know how I wanted to run a plot where you were going to have an AA meeting?
I'm going to stab you. I can't believe you've done this to my ward. Okay, yep. Discord is just taking honestly too long. I ain't even gonna fuck with you, Discord. Not today.
Where is the roll length I need now? 'Cause I don't have it, I don't think.
You can always
Okay,
just use
would
your
you
own
like
screen
to
share.
dodge?
Yeah, I just need the rolls link because I don't. Discord ain't working for me. So I don't have the rolls link.
It is in the side chat.
Side chat. Lovely. I would love to dodge and not get clobbered by this gigantic troll hammer.
Trollhammer.
Okay. Okay, hashtag. Hashtag or.
So your dexterity, athletic, steel.
Don't know if I rolled it right. Says I got an 8, even though I rolled 60 10.
You're in the
no,
right room.
I'm in the right
you
room.
are, but you're.
Oh, I
it's-
put the ore there. I know what I did. I know what I did.
I don't see it. What the fuck?
Nope, I don't dodge.
He fails. Yeah,
I'm gonna get clobbered. Yeah, here we go.
just a straight fail.
Oh shit, so you don't get any reduction.
No.
Oh.
Oh, this is going to hurt.
Oh, it is.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Did she just accidentally kill him?
I haven't rolled yet. But like I looked up the troll weapons and a maul is strength plus 7.
Is it bashing or lethal?
It doesn't say.
It's probably lethal, realistically.
I mean, in theory, hammers are bashing.
Yeah, hammers are bashing.
We had someone with a hammer that did +8 bashing.
Oh, why is my tattoo itchy all of a sudden? Swear to God. Okay, and okay. You can soak it because it is bashing, but I'm gonna need you to soak 10 bashing.
I soaked 2 of it. I go flying across the fucking.
Ooh.
Thankfully, it's just bashing. But one will wrap around into lethal.
I believe you are unconscious, sir.
Oh, I mean, like a gigantic troll hammer. Yeah, I go probably flying about a good few feet.
There will be a more alarmed bleeding noise, and she will take off.
How? He will kind of hop down from his well. He will just kind of. He'll walk over and he'll kind of walk over slowly, look at Catherine, just going to go. Interesting. Is he still breathing?
Oh my god! And it kind of drops the hammer, and she goes running over.
I mean, by the time he comically wakes up, he's just spread eagled on the ground, you know, holding on to his back knuckles, and he just says up in the sky, "I think I'm in love." That's it.
He gets a couple extra, like she's been there, like patting him on the cheek, trying to wake him up. She gives him a couple extra just to make sure he's really all there.
Congratulations, sir. You did something I didn't think you were going to do, he will say as he walks over.
Oh, well, you know, slowly gets up, wincing.
I'm sorry. It's okay.
Don't you apologize. It was fine. It's fine. It's fine. You know, gives a smile, rubbing at his chest.
With all the cracked ribs.
If it helps, Catherine, he survived.
That doesn't. Why should we use the hammer?
The hammer was fine last. Don't worry. It's just ribs are painful, but we can work around that. It's no problem.
She'll look over to the satyr and just go, "Can you fix him? I can't."
You would have to tell me how, but yes. On the out of character. Like,
Do you have Spring 3? I think it is.
yes, I do.
I thought you did.
So with that, you have to do. It's pretty simple. Just roll, Fae, and Spring.
Okay. I will just do it in the dice roller, assuming...
You can do a narrative bunk that basically is like it's doing some action or other that is related to the art. Like, for example, doing a little dance, speaking a rhyme, snapping a twig, something that is connected to Spring in order to make it easier on yourself, lowering the difficulty of the roll.
Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. Oh, god damn it. That's not what I wanted. Ooh. That is not what I want. Oh, that technically doesn't mention Spring.
It doesn't have to. Literally, you describe, it can be in nearly anything, and Kim will assign it a value.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, you know what? I will, as he's getting up and talking and stuff, she's gonna start pulling the little pips out of the apple, and using a thumb and probably even using a hoof to kind of scuff up the ground a bit, will press one into going clockwise around him. One starting at his side, his front, his side, and then his back. Press them into the dirt. Reciting just like a simple blessing. May your troubles be less, your blessings be more, nothing but happiness come through your door. And see if she can well up some of that there heals.
Okay. So that will be, I will give you a -3 for that one. So they usually start off at difficulty 8. You are technically in the dreaming because that's where the changeling market is. So that will automatically lower it by difficulty 1 or by 1 difficulty. So you'll have a difficulty 7. With the -3 for your bunk, that brings it down to 4.
Okay.
So you roll the combined pool of your art plus the realm at difficulty 4.
And I'm trying to find what the roll command is.
For rolls, it's hashtag the dice D10 F the difficulty.
10 F, you said 4?
Yes. Am I in like a different dice roller or something?
I don't know.
I don't know. I can see where
Yeah, I can see
It
where Torna
is.
rolled.
can you not see mine?
Mm-mm.
I'll
Hold
check.
on.
Give me a second.
It'll be all good.
Watch
Watch it just be like I had the wrong disc or the wrong rolls the whole time.
She has 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She has 5 successes.
Okay.
Oh my god, that fucking face.
How many? 5? 5 again?
5.
Okay. So that will heal him pretty much. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, she hastily does so and then goes back to eating her apple, looking fairly contented, truth be told. Probably grinning a bit to herself. give him a pat on the back of one of the shoulders. She has to reach way up to do it, but you know. That
Thank
good
you, Bambi.
game, Pat.
Catherine.
He looks more happy that he lost, actually, for some odd reason. He's just leaning in like, you know, you don't have to worry about hitting me with the hammer. It's fine. It's just a hammer, you know.
Catherine, in one, giant grip, she will grab the Cluricon, the Satyr, and the She, and give them a massive hug. And she's like, "Oh my god, thank you for fixing him. Thank you for being fixed. And I just wanted to give you a hug, Tintagel. It's okay."
That's fine. He will kind of be kicking out of the hug. You will hear him say in a very low voice, "My dignity."
The little deer feet flails. Meh.
Cluricon, what did you say your name was?
Tristan McMahon, but everyone calls me Rise of Lightning.
I see. You show immense promise. Most people would have been split in two by that blow.
Well, you know, I can handle most things.
I can see that.
He eyebrow waggles. He actually eyebrow waggles right in her face when he says, "I can handle most things." You know what I mean? Not even skipping a beat.
In this situation, generally people use their Fey names because there are quote-unquote true names.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, there was a question in the thing, so I answered.
Okay.
You don't have to, though.
And you, what is your name? He'll say, looking at the satyr.
What she is? Are we still like up in the air? Or are we back on our feet?
We're back on our feet.
Yeah, Catherine will set you back down.
I mean, I don't know. This could be a prolonged thing. I'm pretty sure fucking Rides over there be okay with it. But yeah. She has gone back to finishing off the apple and kind of blinks up, and you kind of hastily chews and swallows Pepper, or kind of side eyes the massive leprechaun, or Bambi.
Totally Bambi.
It is very agreeable to meet you, Pepper.
Bright grin again. Very chipper.
Well, the reason I say it is good to see you both is because our kingdom is currently beset. He will say as he walks back over. He'll have given out all the dross. Kim, I'll blue book the dross he's given out.
Okay.
He'll walk back over and he'll put the empty, the empty chest that he was giving it from onto the back of a chimerical motorcycle. And he will say, "The kingdom is currently beset on two sides. We're at war with the kingdom to the north in Ulster, and then there's this damn plague that we're dealing with as well. So it's always good to find people who can deal with themselves, or rather, stand up for themselves in dark times."
Carefully put the girls back in his jacket. Well, if you need help with the war, I'm more than eager to fight Baelor and its problems. I've got a score to settle.
Do you mean that with your truest heart?
It's probably the first time the jolly face goes deadly serious. Like, it would be menacing considering the fucking height. Very.
He'll kind of look him up and down and say, "Catherine, what do you think of him?"
Yes. And she will reach up, remove one of the pink ribbons from her hoard, and then just kind of reach over, grab a little chunk of his hair, and tie the ribbon in his hair.
Touches it slowly. But looks up at her, you know what I mean?
He'll kind of quirk his head to the side and he'll say, "I see. Well, if you're serious then that you wish to fight House Baelor, then you are more than a friend of mine." However, he'll gesture, "Your attire is agreeable, but won't stop a Baelor's sword. I may have something more suitable."
Just nods.
He'll get on the motorcycle, and the motorcycle will proceed to bitch at him more than likely. One moment.
Here we go again. Where are we going off to now?
We're going home to that place where your oil change lives.
Oh yeah, shit, get in, let's go then. Because then I can stare at that lovely wall in my very cold cell and imagine the better days.
When you weren't assembled yet?
I was just an engine floating in the wind.
He will sigh.
It was a lovely day. The birds were singing, the wrenches were clacking, and I had to worry about not a thing.
He gestures with his head, and he'll say, Pepper, would you like to come with us as well?
Yeah. Please.
He'll hold out his hand.
She kind of blinks, but it's that open, innocent autopilot where you kind of you put out a hand for the hand because it's there, and that's what you do.
He will basically put you onto the back of the motorcycle behind where he's sitting. Do you have a steed, sir? He'll say, looking at the chloroform.
Oh no.
Just no.
They don't like giving me horses, no.
He stops to evaluate that sentence. They don't like giving me horses. If any of you have ever seen that wonderful anime look that is just basically concern.
Pepper will helpfully lean over and kind of like do the mock whisper behind the cupped hand. He's kind of big.
That's fair. But they have mounts for trolls. I'd only assumed that he could find one.
Yeah, but nobody believed that I was actually a leprechaun, at first. They all thought I was laughing at me,
I
Awkward
see.
head rub. It's really awkward at family gatherings,
He'll gesture to sit in the sidecar, because there is one that's designed for a troll. So it should more than fit you.
He just plugs himself in. Merrily.
Yeah.
What, am I just gonna walk home?
I assume Catherine and Aj would have brought their own mounts.
You can sit in my lap. You can sit in my lap, but it's fine.
Somebody please think of Terrence's suspension. He wouldn't last.
Oh yeah, that's right, because Catherine has the gigantic Saint Bernard.
Yes, he does.
Oh my god. I've never been so happy.
You know what? Tintagel will let out that whistle that summons flutefuls.
So, Saint Bernards are pretty big to begin with. For a regular sized person, they reach, their shoulders reach a hip, generally. This is a gigantic Saint Bernard for a 9-foot tall troll. This Saint Bernard is gigantic.
Even has a barrel around his neck that is just an actual barrel.
Yes, it is full too.
Yes. It's in case we really need to get shit-faced on an adventure. We thought ahead.
Oh god.
And there will be the steady thudum, 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 as this massive, fluffy creature kind of bolts out of nowhere. And it's going full speed too. So when it sees you guys, it's like, oh, gotta stop. It stops moving, digs its paws in, and keeps sliding for, a couple more feet, spraying everybody with dirt before it finally stops, sits on its haunches and goes, in that little happy puppy sound.
Does the satyr feel the need to pet it?
At the moment, her eyes are like the size of her fucking head because that is a really big dog. But yes, she does want to pet it. But she's already on the bike, but she wants to pet it. It looks so happy.
It is. It has a giant barrel full of rum around its neck. Why wouldn't it be happy?
Yeah, you can see the gauge going of urge to pet rising.
He will sigh and say, "It's fine."
She quickly hops off the bike and goes over, and let's face it, if it's big enough for a 9-foot troll to use as a mount, she doesn't even reach its head. But she'll still like prod over to it, looking up and up and up. And will even go so far as to offer her hand like way over her head, as high as she can reach it, palm up.
It will lean down, sniff her hand, and then give it a big lick.
Oh god.
It's like the entire hand is now covered in like slobber, but
She gives 0 fucks. She like reaches up and like kind of tries to pet under its chin while its head is down.
it will lift a giant, hind leg up and start scratching. Doing
Oh
that
my
whole
God.
like, oh yeah, yes,
Oh my
that's the
God.
spot.
You haven't seen this satyr for very long, but this is the happiest she's ever looked in that very short amount of time. She looks positively delighted. And yeah, both hands up under its giant chin, scratching for a good hot second before she realizes that she's slowing them down and kind of woefully stops.
He will turn in his bike and he will say, "Catherine, I assume there's more than enough room for her to ride Mr. Flufels as well."
Oh yeah, of course.
How do I like? She just looks up. How? That's a
Catherine
really-
will- Yeah, she'll climb down and then she'll just reach down, kind of carefully pick the satyr up, and then set the satyr down in front of her.
Yes. Yet again, she looks completely delighted. This is the best day ever.
On a side note, for the Clericon's purposes, sitting in front of you on the whatchamacallit, on the
Sidecar.
sidecar, yes, there is a Gatling gun, if it interests him.
Oh. He just puts his hands on it, staring, examining it.
He will very casually, as he pulls on his helmet, will ask, please don't pull the trigger."
Oh, no, sorry. It's just the urge to go, It's the urge, it's really pretty.
He'll say, "I'll let you shoot some watermelons later."
Oh, he starts rambling off in Gaelic, about how excited he is staring at the gun, essentially.
At that point, he's going to kick Terrence to life, and we're going to go to the castle, Kim.
Okay, so you guys make it to the castle in a decent amount of time. This castle, because somebody said it in the clearing in the forest, is in the forest that's about a mile or so away from the Changeling Market, the infamous Dreaming Forest where I do most of my plot and shenanigans.
Are you telling me we are literally surrounded by shenanigans?
You are surrounded by the enchanted forest of shenanigans.
Yeah, I probably should come up with a name for it other than just the forest, but for now it's just the forest, which is kind of ominous enough if you just think about it.
Yeah, it really is.
It should be. There's like banshees and kelpies and all sorts of shit
God.
just chilling in there. It's beautiful.
Oh my. And she's Kelsey's in darkness, oh my.
Yeah, and this big Severtall kingdom, which is kind of hidden, and all that. So, of course, as you guys ride over there, it's a pretty big clearing. You can see scuff marks on the ground where it's been used for other things because there were like duels and stuff held here previously before somebody just decided to move their fucking castle on it.
My castle may look like Howl's castle on crack, so yes. It even has giant little rotor blades that make it fly when I want it to.
Mm-hmm. So there are, shadows that kind of move around on the outskirts of the clearing because it is in a perfect circle. And of course, there are little mushrooms around the edge of this circle because, I got to throw some fairy rings in here somewhere. The shadows quickly slink back when they see someone approaching. There is, of course, a staircase leading up to the front door. On either side are these massive clockwork automatons, very similar to the automatons in Skyrim, the massive ones that you never ever want to fight or awaken. That's why you take the stealthy route. Or you just get, like, yeah, those really good skills and just stab them with a dagger. Either way, one is golden and the other is silver. And they both are holding a halberd, and it's kind of crossed at the sides over the, or not over, but in front of the beginning of the stairwell. So they will have to, of course, move the halberds in order for the party to continue through.
Tintagel will step off the bike, and he'll take his helmet off and throw it over the handlebars, and he'll say, "Welcome to my humble home."
Jesus. He's getting off out of the car seat.
Humble. She's like stretching down because she is determined to get down by herself. So she is like literally like scrambling, holding onto the shoulders, like extending to full, body length, and then dropping with a stumble and a, flop onto her butt.
Are you okay?
You could have asked the dog to get down. It does that,
Oh.
Oh, very well.
She's just like, oh, well, I'll know that next time. Broad grin and, pulls herself back up. She fine.
Tintagel's going to start walking towards the door. As he does so, he'll say, "Tick-tock, have there been any guests since I left?"
No guests have arrived, but the guests did leave.
When did you leave?
There has been a letter, though.
Oh, I see. Has it been brought inside?
Indeed.
Thank you.
It will nod, and then it will move. Both automatons will move their halberds out of the way at the same time. Of course, very coordinated. They worked very hard.
He'll say, "I've often found that it's very hard to get good staff these days, so you simply have to make them."
Oh, no, I can relate. Yeah. No. Yes. Making your things, yeah.
Where are my manners? You must both be hungry. Come, we shall have something to eat.
Oh, well, that's... Keeps walking. Looks a bit daunted by the fact that it's like, this is fancier than my life. As he's walking.
Not gonna lie, she stops to look at one of them, probably the silver-toned one, and is like looking, realizing like she can see her reflection. This is ridiculous. Getting distracted by it. So she perks up.
Click-clock, say hello to my new friend.
Hello, guest.
Oh. Hello. Perks up. Even little Pufftail perks up. Everything.
You can speak to them if you'd like.
Do they like
Don't-
talking? Like a head tilt?
Just don't play chess with TikTok. He's better than I am, and it annoys me.
Okay.
You'll walk in and the doors will open as the people approach.
There are 3 about foot-tall bots stacked on top of each other, of course, to reach 3 feet, where they, open the, pull down on the door hammer, Jesus Christ, the door handle, opening the door, and then they will kind of fall over, and then quickly scramble to line up. So you have about 2 lines of 3 little bots standing on either side of the open doors, just kind of like standing there, saluting.
Oh, these are numbers 1 through 6. Oh, no, sorry, the numbers 2 through 7, rather.
Yes.
Hello, boys. Is he just walking there uncomfortable, like they're saluting me? This is no. She's walking through really like,
Hello, honored guest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Honored guest. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. Yeah.
Number two,
Yeah.
where did you leave the letter that was sent to me?
It will pull out from behind its back a very small little golden tray with the letter upon it, and it will reach up as high as it can go, which is not very far off of the ground, considering they're only about a foot. But it will reach it up as far as it can so you can get the letter off the tray.
He will take up the letter and he'll thank it as he starts walking towards the main hall.
The letter is closed with wax, but there was no, sigil that was pressed upon the wax. It's just a glob of black wax.
So, what can I offer you to eat or drink?
Cider would be nice.
That's fine. I'm sure we can see to that and to eat.
Mate.
Right. Okay. And you, Miss Pepper, what can I offer you?
She is yet again completely enthralled and distracted by the tiny little automata that are all over his home. Whatever is easy, I guess.
At that point, his face will grimace, and he said, "Last time I said that, I had a very angry complaint from a bargain that lasted 30 minutes about how that is not choice. End question mark.
Oh,
Bargains don't like it when you're not precise. Or at least this one doesn't.
I'll just have whatever he's having.
Oh
So,
boy. Stop
Cider
spamming on the
and mate. Okay.
Mate. Mate. Slap Bambi on the back of the shoulder. Oh boy, you're gonna grow yet? Yes.
Just the oof. Do a what?
As they enter into the Great Hall, it's a very large space. It's about 100 feet across. There's a table that runs nearly the entire way. Unlike how it previously was, because he's happy Tintagel again, he's taken down all of the bricks that used to cover the stained glass windows. So there's now 5 stained glass windows on each side of the Great Hall that show different scenes of like courtly love and she doing she things. At the very end of which there are now 2, because there's another person here. There are now 2 high-backed thrones on a dais at the end of the room, and there is a stained glass window just behind them of a beautiful female who's wearing a golden dress with the sigil of House Dougal on it, which is a hammer gripped in a hand.
Yeah.
When he was emo Tintagel, he had all of the other paintings bricked up, so he wouldn't have to look at them.
Yeah, no, she's just kind of meandering down the hall, looking at all the stained glass.
Yeah. He's just like, that is a big table. I could fit my whole family on that.
The stained glass is my wife's work, he will say as he looks up at it absent-mindedly. She's much better at that kind of stuff, that kind of thing than I am.
Alright.
Beautiful.
Knocks the table with his fist. You're like, that's good quality wood. You know what I mean? He's just staring down at it.
He'll casually go over and he'll stoke the fire to kind of get it to come to life, because there's a very large fireplace, kind of poke, get the fire to come to life. And he'll sit in one of the chairs, like not his throne, just one of the chairs at the table, rather relaxed, and he's going to take out his knife again and use it as a letter opener to open the wax seal and read his letter.
The letter states very plainly, to the one whom this letter better arrived to, I greet you, though not in any friendly manner.
Ooh.
I hope you understand, as I say this, from the depths of my being, that I did not enjoy what you stole from me, and I will go to great lengths in order to have it retrieved. And then it just ends without it being signed or anything.
Meanwhile, in the background, while this morose shit is going on, the satyr has like snagged the giant Gluricon by hand. Like, look at this one!
It's
Fucking
nice.
pointing at one of the windows.
It's very nouveau riche, Bambi. Very nouveau riche. She's like poking it to make sure it's real.
Kim, have I stolen anything recently? Oh yeah, I suppose you could constitute stealing my arms dealer from. Okay. Mm. Have I stolen anything else recently?
Stole a dragon.
Oh, well, that guy can go fuck himself. He had the dragon kidnapped. On a side note, when we're done here, we can go see the dragon.
Zuh,
Oh yeah, there are two now, aren't there?
for the moment. Until
Yes.
they fuck off somewhere, because they're dragons and they got better shit to be doing.
I still need to ask to ride one into battle, but that's neither here nor there. He will look at the Womblepots who are in the room and he'll say, "My guests are hungry. Bring up some cider and maize." He doesn't even know what it is.
Mate.
They nod and say, "We already sent number 2 and 3 off to go do that. It could take a while. Let's just say the kitchens are busy right now. My apologies, Count."
It's quite fine. Where's my wife?
She is attending a service with the Wumblebots in the kitchen.
I see. Interesting. A service.
AKA the Kitchrina is happening and the wife is attending.
I accept this. He goes and he smiles and he says, "I'm sure the food will arrive. It'll just be a matter of when things are settled downstairs. So, tell me about you two."
Looks around. Looks at the table. Looks at the pretty glass. I like fighting. He just says, leans back as if it's the most intellectual statement he's said.
I couldn't tell.
I mean, once you grow up in you just learn these things. You just learn these things.
I did have an offer to make to you if you are, well, you're a man of incredible physical caliber. Catherine, can you come here a moment, please? If Kim is there. If not, ooh.
She's mooted.
Mooted! Alright, we'll wait till she gets back. Have you had to fight for your survival, or do you merely enjoy the sensation of winning and victory?
It's a bit of both, really. It depends on the day, really. Sometimes you have to break out the girls, and sometimes you have to break out Big Bess. And when Big Bess comes out, well, that's when things get. Well, that's when she hides, and I get a bit bloody in the face, don't I? Pats her on the forehead. Just mop of a hand.
Yep.
And why is it you hate House Baylor?
There's a silence. They
If
like
I
to.
asked you a question that has caused you offense, I will apologize.
No, it's just they like to hurt things that shouldn't be broken and take things for their own and hurt other people. That let's just say there's a history there.
And so now you will help us fight our war.
I'll kill every last one of them if that's what it takes.
He'll extend his hand. He'll say, "Come here, my dear Pepper. Sit down." He's just so charming and calming.
Yeah, Pepper will eventually tear her eyes away from the windows, though she seems to really enjoy not only the windows themselves for the craftsmanship, but the effect on the room, the lights they cast on the floor in multiple colors. She really is just kind of indulging and enjoying it. But yeah, she'll come around finally. Look out from under the giant hand.
Tell me about you.
There's not much to know, really.
There's always something.
I'm just still learning. Don't get out much. It's up to him. Jerks a thumb over her shoulder.
Oh, I see. And is he a good teacher?
He's a pretty good friend and a pretty good body wall.
And a pretty good body what?
Body wall. She says that with a kind of frankly honest sort of look back, as if like, that wasn't nice to say, but it was pretty true.
Just looks at her. I mean, you're good for getting me out of trouble, with your pretty face. So, shrug.
Brilliant smile.
I'm prettier though, so it's fine. Just props his feet. Doesn't prop his feet up on the table. Leans back. For the record, he's a appearance too. He's not a pretty man.
He's just full of shit.
He's just big and muscly.
I see. It's agreeable then that the dreaming brought you both together. It's funny like that, how it works.
Just a shrug and an idle scratch at the back of her head. There's a lot of, vocals out there. So yeah,
Kim,
it works out.
Kim, have you returned?
Yeah.
Do you have something delicious?
I may or may not have gone to both use the bathroom and get some ice cream.
I mean, whenever you leave, we just assume you're getting ice cream if it helps.
Don't tell Tim.
it's like the life of another. Don't tell the elf. He's going to motion for Catherine to come over.
She'll walk over.
He has his hand leant against his. He has his head leant against his hand as he's sitting in his chair, and he says, "I have a question for you, Catherine."
Okay. I might have an answer.
She points at the leprechaun or the cluricon, and she'll say, "Do you think he has ability? He took a hit from you, which is a very, very strong indicator to me.
What?
Do you think he has ability?"
What kind of ability are we talking here?
Well, he said that he looks at him and he'll say, "I don't need to know your personal reasons, but I know that you hate. I know that you have it, and I know that your hate is directed against our enemies in the form of House Balor. That's all I need to know."
Just nod. Like I said, I'll kill them all if that's what it takes.
I mean, if we really want to try it, he can hit me real fast. It'll be okay.
All right. Hit her with all the strength you have.
Can you use the girls? Takes
Yeah,
out the
that's
brass
fine.
knuckles. Oh, climbs out of the chair. Strides over.
Still not wearing her armor or anything like that. She's still just been going around in the sports bras.
All that blue flesh. Good God.
Yes.
Okay. Well, what's 7? Hashtag 7010.
Oh, by the way, Kim, do I need to know, because all the shit I need added to Tintagel sheet and such, Marcus gave me a suit of the silk armor. Does that count as a chimerical item or anything?
Yes. It's it's pretty much, it's very similar to sheep plate in that regard. It's a...
Except it's got
Chimerical.
one more soak. It's got 6 soak and no dex penalty.
Yep.
What's the damage for brass knuckles again? I can never remember.
It's
Oh.
+2 lethal, I think. Give me a second. Hang on, let me check it, because I actually have the weapons chart up.
I know it
It's-
converts it to lethal.
I know it converts it to lethal.
Yup.
Clubs. Nice. Brass knuckles it's just strength lethal.
Oh, it just converts to lethal. Wonderful. Okay. Damage.
Thankfully, you can soak chimerical lethal in the dreaming.
He hits you for 3 lethal.
Oh, actually, no. Important question: are these actual brass knuckles?
Oh yeah.
Or are they kind? Okay, then no, you can't soak that, Kim.
That's right.
So you go boom, like I mean a pretty anyone can tell he spent time in some sort of ring because that's proper trained boxing punch. That's properly trained. And it's a very feral left hook.
When you use the haymaker.
As the brass knuckles kind of collide, there's a little oh yeah, oh shit. Yeah, okay. That was awesome. We're gonna have to fight some more later. I love it.
Yes, we are. Oh yeah. Oh Jesus, lass. Do you know what I mean? Just like, kind of like,
Fucking hurts, but
He will steeple his fingers and he'll say, "I have a theory." He'll smile. "You could always use another squire."
I could. Yeah.
He seems to show ability, and he wants to fight our enemies.
I'll kind of look over at him and shrug and say, "Hey, I'm a knight. You want to be a squire?" Hey?
I mean, if sure, why not? If I could spend more time with you, milady, then well, how could a gentleman say no?
Oh yeah, of course, because as since you are my squire and I am your knight, we shall have to train dutifully.
But I'm your man. Just
Such a big grin happening right now. Train dutifully. The smile grows.
You just nod enthusiastically. Oh yeah, many hours training. Such regimented, in-depth training we'll need.
Oh
yes.
Yeah.
In that case, he'll say, "Take a knee." There's an official process for this.
Oh, official, right? Nope. Or slick back me hair. Slick
Yeah,
back
gotta do everything through the dreaming. You know how it is.
Oh yeah, no. Sits down properly, pulls back his hair into a little thing, and just goes, "I'm ready."
Okay. There's a whole damn oath for this. I gotta go find it now. Hold on. Because I should have had it up earlier because Evan's got an addiction with squiring all the players.
I mean, he really seemed like he'd be good at it.
He is really good at it.
Not only that, but he's like, "I want to kill House Baylor, and I'm really good at it." I was like, But also, I thought it'd be cool for him to have role play with Catherine because she's a really cool NPC, and it's something that they can do sans me when they're kicking the shit out of each other.
Yes.
So it's kind of odd, complicated. It's not technically in the book. There's not an oath of squireship, but there is an oath of fealty. God, I love mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Does he? Okay, weird question. Does he swear the oath of fealty to me, or does he swear it to her?
To her.
Okay.
There's a
because then if I knight him, he then has to swear a new oath of fealty on becoming a knight.
Yeah.
That's how that works, I think.
Yeah, I think
it's a big chain. Of course, you kind of skipped that chain because usually it would be another duke that you'd be swore to, but you just swore yourself to the fucking prince, and so it was like, whoop!
Well, so you pointed out that technically he's a duke in terms of how much title he actually has. He's just a prince. That's not a level of title.
Not yet. Not until I make it. I'm not going to, though, ever. Because that's kind of stupid. But yes. Okay. So, there's the Oath of Fealty. I will copy-paste it into the slide chat.
Okay.
Oh shit, where did this? There it goes. Here we go.
Okay.
And with this oath, it requires you to spend a willpower point to take into effect. But the difficulties to resist any type of mental domination are lowered by 2.
Oh damn. Yeah, he'll spend the willpower point, and he will say it looking at her as passionate as he can, directly, right in the eyes. You know, every word of it.
Okay. When he finishes, there's a small little glimmer of sparkles that kind of appears and swirls around the two of them for a moment as she then goes, "In the name of the dreaming, I take you." Oh shit, what's your character's name again?
Tristan McBain.
Tristan, okay. "In the name of the dreaming, I take you, Tristan McBain, as my vassal. As the stones, the trees, and the grass belong to the earth, so do you belong to me as one of my house and hearth. I promise to hold you, to guard you, and to keep you. I pledge to honor your service as it deserves, to reward loyalty in kind, and to assure you of shelter in times of need and plenty. As the moon to the seas below, so is my will to yours. With these words, I pledge the Ashit to you." That small glimmer that was surrounding them kind of lights up in a brilliant display and flash of, well, rainbows, because it's dreaming. And then it suddenly disappears as the dreaming noticed, wrote it down in its big book of ha ha ha, and then solidified the oath. She will then reach a hand down and kind of offer to help him get back up.
He'll get back up and make the Tormund look. So he looks at Brienne face as well as his eyebrows will pop up as he just stands there, like a bit more chest puffed out, like, yeah. I'm
Welcome,
something.
Squire.
Oh, phone's ringing. But yeah, he'll smile. Yeah. It's good to be welcomed, my lord. Nods. Uncomfortable as hell.
On a point of slight etiquette, he will point to. Do the trolls prefer to go by sir or do they go by lady?
They really don't care. It's very interchangeable.
Excellent. He will say that is Sir Dawnbreaker. If you want to be tactical in terms of her title. If you want to
Technically,
call me-
there's like two other of us, too.
Well, yes, they're the two other Sir Dawnbreakers. If you want to be technical, I'm not my lord. I'm simply your excellency.
Okay, let me start over then.
Like a duke is your grace, etc.
Gives him the thumbs up, like, okay, got it. Spreads his arms out in like a V and then bows, bending his head down because I have no points in etiquette. His arms shoot up at the back, going, "Your Excellency." And we will turn.
She is dying a little on the inside. He's like definitely going, "Don't laugh, don't laugh." He's
Oh, Catherine.
Catherine.
Just laughing. She's like,
Stands up, fixes his jacket and turns. Does the same thing, Sir Dawnbreaker, but then just stands up, fixes his jacket, and then looks at her. Did I do that right?
no, but no, you didn't. Don't listen to him. I'll teach you how to do the correct thing later. Don't worry.
No, it's like, okay, well, that's what I was told. That's fine. I'll follow your lead.
Okay. By this time, the Wumblebots return, holding plates of the food and the cider.
Say it, Kim. They're holding place of mate.
Mate.
I don't know what I can't tell if it's like something weird or if it's just like meat with a weird twist on it.
It's just meat with an Irish like mate.
Mate.
We're not gonna. If we're gonna do that, then I'm gonna like freaking throw on my southern accent. And it's gonna get bad.
I was gonna say, bear in mind, isn't the chef from like Louisiana? So they cook like southern food.
Actually, no. They're Chinese. Because Mama's actually Chinese. Her name's Lin Yao.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So they'll come in hosting the foods, but the Wumblebots look a little worse for wear, honestly. It looks like, a couple of them have been beaten up. There's like, one of them's got a whole spare arm just kind of slung over his back. like a little mechanical clockwork arm that's just kind of slung on their back by a piece of like clock wire, and they'll just come in and set the food down on the tables.
Tintagel's doing that wonderful thing that he does whenever this happens, which is blatantly not notice.
Yup.
Stares at the wounded Womblebots. Just doesn't say anything, but just stares at them like, "What in the fuck happened to you?"
It will look up, and these things are very small. You got about 6 foot on them, so they'll just kind of look like craning their neck completely like 90-degree angle up to look at Tristan. The Womblebots will kind of move to each other and like speak in binary for a moment. They'll all kind of nod. They'll quickly pull out a piece of paper from somewhere, scribble something down furiously, walk over to Tristan, tug on his pants leg, and then offer the letter up to him.
Bend down and pick it up and start reading it.
It says, "You seem like a betting man who really likes to fight. Go to the Kitcharena if you dare." Then they will walk away.
Pose the piece.
I will ask you a favor. For the love of God, never say the word Kitcharena to this character because it's funnier that he's in blatant ignorance of its existence.
Folds the paper. Whispers into the troll beside him. "So what's the Katrina?"
She'll lean back over and whisper, "The Womblebots set up an arena, and they all fight each other. This has been going on for decades, mind you. Tintagel doesn't know at all.
Right.
And it's hilarious."
They fight each other, right? Oh, well.
Yep. No, like, they have entire different, like, okay, so you know how the world, right, has different countries and shit, and they all go to war with one another? It's the same here. You have the Womblebots of the kitchen. You have the Womblebots of the upstairs bedrooms. You have the Womblebots of, like, the downstairs, laundry. You have the Womblebots that work with us in the forge. And a couple, a lot of other little places, and they all hate each other. And so there are wars, usually, but when Tintagel's wife showed back up, the wars kind of stopped because they view her as, like, their goddess, kind of. And Tintagel was just like a god via marriage, so they don't really give a shit about him. But they all went to war because they had different visions of what his wife looked like, their goddess looked like. And so, like, some would be like, "Oh, she's got blonde hair," and then others would be like, "No, she had, like, flaming red hair." So they would go to war over, like, little things like that. But the Kitcharena was installed so they would all have a nice little place to go and just, like, beat the shit out of each other. You can bet, too.
Right. His emerald green eyes just nod. Can I see it?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Nods to himself, like, "I have just hit the jackpot. Never mind the squireship. I have found a place where midgets fight each other. I am now." He even has that face expression, like, "I am now the happiest man of my life. This is it. I've hit the jackpot."
They'll nod and say, "Yeah, I mean, just whenever you want to go down there, that's fine."
He'll, like, look over at the at Bambi, and, like, let out a small whistle. "I have midgets fighting downstairs."
She
Gotta go.
She glances up at the little whistle, like one of the kind of doe ears twitching. Cause, like, leans over a little. "What?"
They have a midget fighting arena. Like, they place bets on them. Do you want to go see?
She glances over at the She to see if he's, like, paying any mind to their shit.
Don't tell him.
He's currently I'm going to say, just so you can have this conversation, he's going to have walked off in order to, like, I don't know, straighten a painting or something.
No, don't tell the fancy fella. He'll get all the property.
We're in his house.
Yeah, but he doesn't know about it. We'll just use your one. Come on, it's midgets fighting. How often do you see that? Apparently they've been having some sort of, like, war with each other. Like, we're talking, like...
That one's holding its arm.
We're talking some Game of Thrones level shit. We've just found out the equivalent of that in here.
Well, I kind of
Except
feel
gets
bad for them.
mumbles.
Look at them; they're so
feel-
tiny.
Don't feel bad. There's nothing to feel bad about if it's
They're
just a
so,
game. Of,
they're so small.
well, maybe we can go see if there's something. Maybe they've got smaller ones.
Oh no, that'd be terrible.
Well, you know what? We should just go down there and see.
She like glances over again and finally gives a tiny nod. Okay.
Stands up all proudly, puffs his chest back out and walks over. We want to see the midgets.
Who are you telling that to?
The troll.
She nods and she's like, okay, they're not. We don't really call them midgets. They're Womblepots. But we can. Yeah, I'll lead you guys to the kitchens.
Nods.
She like snags a piece of fruit or something off the plate before she goes. Like,
He picks up the cider and it's a mate walking with him, like as he's eating.
Before they leave, Catherine's gonna talk over her shoulder. I need. They have to go use the bathroom, so I'm gonna direct them to the bathroom. We'll be back in like 20 minutes.
Oh, yes, as you wish. But
Yep.
the bathroom's that way, he'll say as they walk out the door.
We're taking the long way because they want to go have, I'm gonna give them a tour. You know how it is. Swing by, a couple different places. Show off, the artwork because they thought the stained glass was really good, and then we're gonna head over to the bathrooms. You know how it is. Yeah.
Oh, I see. By all means.
Yeah. If you need anything, the Womblepots are there for you. It'll be okay.
Very good.
Yep. And she quickly heads off.
Yeah. Tristan moves pretty quickly after.
Okay. Mark. So, Marcus, you wanna? It's at Tintagle's place. But if you want to join, they're about to head to the Katrina. Which always reminds me of Katrina. But we're not gonna, yeah.
If there's a way for me to watch Mumblebots fight at Titty Angel's house, yeah.
There is definitely indeed a way. So,
To be fair, I will say that Tintagel did want to talk to Kincaid about the possibility of making him sheriff because it amused the shit out of me.
okay, so you just kind of show up at, Tintagel's house. I'm pretty sure, I think Kincaid knows about the Katrina already. I want to say he does.
I do now, damn it. Let's do it.
Yeah, you do now. So you just kind of like show up at his house. Not really sneak past the guards. But they're like, it's fucking Kincaid. Whatever. We know of him. And, he walks in where you see, Catherine the troll with a very large 7-foot-tall Cluricon you've never seen before and a satyr. And they're just kind of walking past the door. And then Catherine will stop, look over at the red cap, kind of motion, her head like, hey, come over here. Come here.
Have you, Tarn, did you see the picture of Red Cat yesterday?
I did, yes, I did.
Okay, that's what he looks like all the time, except instead of the naked chest, it looks like he's wearing a fishnet shirt. Oh. Anyway, he walks over. What?
You want to go see a whole bunch of Womblebots fight each other?
Yeah, I brought beer.
Perfect.
On the bright
Get
side,
it,
you also get to meet Tintagel's wife, but hey.
yeah.
Oh, good. She didn't think to bring her cider.
So she's like, okay, come on, join the line. Don't tell Tintagel. Come on.
Yeah, okay. Who's that? He points directly at the satyr.
Hi, my name's Pepper. Thrusts a hand out. The other one has an apple in it. She is munching on.
Are you on the menu? Yes or no?
What?
Oh, Jesus, Bambi, you're in over your head now.
Her hand's still like hanging out there because she's not sure what to do now.
He shakes it. Answer my question, please.
Let Let me think about that a second. And slides to the other side of Rise the Lightning. Like, gets in line instead of trailing behind him, between him and the troll. Like, bloop.
He looks up at the cleric and he goes, "Oh,
Hello there.
you're a big fella."
Ah, well, yeah, I am, yeah.
And Irish.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm a leprechaun. It's a bit awkward. Comes with the territory.
Still the only Scotsman in all of Ulster.
Probably not like all of Leinster. Catherine just says idly.
See, I know this lesbian cleric, and she's pretty cool. You should meet her.
I'll probably, yeah, I'll give it a go. I'll go have a meet her. Yeah.
What?
Oh, sorry, too Irish for you. Yeah, I'll go meet her.
I guess we could have a brogue off. He just walks the place. He's got beer. He's happy.
Yeah, no, he just kind of nods like, yeah, no, let's go watch these two little things kick the shit out of each other while we drink.
He does offer beer.
Oh yeah, he'll take one. Yeah.
You want a beer?
Yeah. Oh no, that's great. Thanks.
And so, and so, you guys are led into the Kitrina. Don't get me wrong. At the end of the day, it's still a kitchen. But you have to, of course, walk through the kitchens, and there's a small little boggin kind of working away, making some food. They'll just kind of look over. Tristan would notice that, that boggin bears a striking resemblance to Mama. And then you just kind of realize, oh yeah, that's Mama's daughter.
Oh boy. He just nod. Just a little awkward wave. Like, hi.
Kind of look up, put her hands on her hips, and she'll just say, "Now what you doing here?"
Well, I'm with my friends. We're watching whatever they're called kick the shit out of each other while we're drinking. I'm also a squire now,
Really now?
Mm-hmm. Totally legit.
Yeah, that's good for you.
You're fucked.
Moving up in the world. Just nods to himself awkwardly, rubbing the back of his big head.
Technically, you're nobility now.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you've gone posh.
He's leading. Look, man, I'm the troll asked me, and I'm not going to say no to a pair of hips like that. What am I supposed to say?
Harder.
Spreads his hand. But yeah, no, I'm moving up in the world. Yeah, gives the boggin the thumbs up.
Okay, well, you're, squire now. It's above me. Okay. Have fun. I'm not gonna hold up your time anymore. Have fun with the the Wumblebots. And she'll just motion with a wooden spoon further down the hallway of the kitchen.
Nods, moves a little bit way too excited. He's like, oh my god, I get to see this.
So before you guys even get there, you hear this clash of metal just kind of disintegrating. You know when you have like a silverware drawer, and if you ever accidentally drop the silverware drawer and there was just that clatter of...
Oh god, I hate that sound, but yes.
Yes, that's pretty much... Oh yeah, when you hear that sound, it's just kind of like, now I gotta wash all them fucking pieces of silverware and put them all the fuck back. But you hear pretty much that sound, and then a very loud cheer of "Yeah!" as the Wumblebots all start screaming. And then you see it as you finally walk in. It's, well, pretty much like the Colosseum of Rome. There is, of course, the pit where they're all fighting. and they've built up an arena around it out of old, kitchen parts. Like somebody's sitting on a stove door, another person sitting on probably not a microwave, but just all sorts of kitchen appliances that they've been using. And it is massive, but very small, because of course these guys are only about a foot tall. So the gladiator pit is 2 feet tall, and the rises are, another half foot after that, so the Womblebots can all sit down comfortably. So realistically, it's only about 4 feet tall. So you guys can very plainly see over it and still watch them fight. Towards one end, there is actually a covered seating area, and it's made out of the mechanical skulls of other Womblebots, and sitting on it kind of haphazardly with a very comically large hammer beside is a Womblebot, which, you guys can assume to just kind of be the king of the Womblebots for the moment.
They even have a king, Bambi. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
You need to get out more.
I don't even know how to feel right now.
Torna, do me a favor. Ask one of them if that's the king, because there's a really weird answer.
Lean down to the nearest Womblebot and just poke it with his gigantic, meaty fingers.
It'll look up and say, "Hey, you do that again, I'm gonna bite your damn finger off."
Oh.
Oh.
Jesus. Right. Okay.
I will bite the head off a Womblebot. I will spend a point of glamour.
Oh God, no! Not in front of my wife. They're her babies. Don't do it.
No, okay. You just grab a random ass fucking Womblebot and just bite its head off. There's a little what the, and then as it's promptly eaten, there's a horrified.
The satyr echoes this horrified gasp because that was just needlessly brutal.
Yeah, no. The rest
Actually
of
looks a little pale.
there was a fight going on, and it everything stops when Kincaid just eats the head off of one, and they all turn to look at him. It's pretty much that look of what the fuck, instead of what the...
Why would
And then
you do
after
that?
he pauses for a second, he looks at the one that threatened the killer, and he goes, "You gotta do what?"
I thought I was gonna bite his finger off if he poked me again.
Why are you like this?
Because it's fun.
She says this to the red cap actually, because you just bit the head off. Oh my god!
Rise of Lightning has been like, listen here, you little shit. Do you know what I mean? Leaning down. You bite your finger off, and I'll get him to eat you again. That's what I'll do.
Oh, that's fine. I might be dead, but you'd be down a finger. And the thing about me is I can be rebuilt.
Not if I eat you. Can't.
I don't like that one. No, I don't like that one at all. He's too intelligent. No.
I come from the library. You don't fuck with the Womblebots in the library.
There's no need for that.
Rubs his beard. That's not right, that is. Just staring.
It's also not very polite to poke people in the head.
I mean,
Frowny face.
don't you take their side.
They
It's
are-
us against them.
Dude, he just
No,
bit its head off.
It's us against them, Bambi.
It's not.
I
It's
finished
not
it.
us against them.
Anyway, I'm not gonna only eat half of it. I'm gonna finish it.
Okay, so
Oh god.
you eat the rest of the Womble. It's us against them.
No. I choose to point out, if you're mean to them, they do have an answer, and I don't want him woken up because it's a bad idea.
Oh no. I'll just wait. It's getting there. It's getting there.
She's actually gonna snag his main hand and be like, I have a great idea. Let's not murder more tiny mechanical people or poke them in the head.
I was just going to ask him a question, and he snapped at me. I am offended.
Well,
No, I'm offended.
My Irish friend. So
No.
I ate it.
No, I'm offended. I am
that
offended,
was a
Bambi.
different one, though. You just
Bam-
scooped up a random one.
Pokes her in the nose. Bambi, I'm offended.
Joe's kind of cross-eyed. The little doe ears kind of perk up as she's poked in the nose.
She's got a dough button. This is amazing.
So you're the one offended, huh? At least you're not the one who got poked in the head and then had to watch as frickin' beefy McBitey tits over there bit and ate one of your fellow kind.
He's got a point.
I wasn't expecting the red cap to do that. No offense, but I mean, you were quite rude. To be fair, you kind of did provoke it. Now you did kind of edge things on a bit. Awkward stare. Like, am I about to be attacked like Gulliver's Travels type stare?
This is why the satyr still grabbed one of his giant meat hands.
Just kind of, the Womblebot will squint its eyes, but before they can say anything, because it looks like they're about to do something. It all, in that one perfect still moment, as they're about to probably yell, you can guess. There's somebody clears their throat from the side of the room, and it's very, quiet and petite, but very expectant. You can tell just by the pomp in this throat clear that's got to be a she.
Oh crap!
Just like a look over the shoulder, like, "Bah."
You're fucked.
Yep, awkward glance.
I would ask that you not eat my creations, please. Comes this very decent voice from a very elegant looking she. Her hair's long and red, braided, thrown over the side, and she is wearing not really a golden dress, more common around the house kind of clothes. Just like a regular sundress, kind of. If y'all even have those over there in
We do. For those 4 days of summer, we get to get.
Yeah. And she looks like the she that was shown in the picture, and she'll just kind of look at you guys expectantly. Well, more so looking at Kincaid, because I'm assuming he's probably got maybe a finger sticking out of his mouth.
He chews it up and swallows it. My bad. He's like, does the guy who owns this place know you're here?
I would hope so, considering I'm his wife.
Wait, hold on.
Tennis face.
He's got a wife?
Yes.
Even stained glass. It's
He
I thought
doesn't.
he was a eunuch.
Hmm?
I thought he was a eunuch.
what? Oh,
Ryan's like, well, I'm just gonna. I'm. Oh my! Look at this Womblebot's fighting.
Yeah, no, upon seeing the awkwardness of this conversation, the two Womblebots in the arena start beating the shit out of each other again.
starts with that one half-hearted punch to just initiate things.
Yes, and then it kind of grows from there.
Oh, wait, question. Where's this scene taking place?
The Katrina.
Outline Castle.
I'm the Katrina.
Tintagil's kitchen arena for the Womblebots.
Probably can't turn up to this scene then because, beef.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, y'all.
I'll come back to you. Don't worry, Tim.
I do have another scene planned later, specifically for y'all guys again who the because I gotta get some changeling after dark. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just
Yeah.
hang around, Tim. We'll be
I
back for you.
think I just kind of like we were discovering the wonders of changing, and I'm just like, come to the most wonderful place I know. That shithole I live in that's filled with psychotic robots, dragons, and other malarkey.
Because you keep fucking inviting everything over to your house.
I mean, I do. It's a problem.
And so, Natasha's wife, I don't even know her name yet. I should probably should, but fuck it.
Hang on, because god damn it, Kim, I know you're NPCs.
Look, man.
It's something that started with an A. I remember that.
I'll get you her name because let's be fair.
Like a yeah, like an Alicia.
No, her name is. It's on his background. It's in his background. Her name is Alcindra Brightwater.
Okay.
So I don't. Do we take each other's last names when we marry?
Depending upon the she, I'd say. And I mean, also, to be fair, you gotta kind of think about it. When the face old goes on its next life, it's just gonna grab its, first name again anyway, so.
That's fair. I sent you it on Facebook.
Okay.
Continue.
So, she'll kind of look at Kincaid with that kind of like, what the fuck kind of look, and she'll go, he is not one of those. He is indeed my husband, and completely there.
He's all uptight and stuff. He's got a wife. There's no excuse for all the uptight.
The eyebrows make a mad dash for her hairline. And you know what? Pepper decides she's going to go talk to the cook. That's a way better idea than being anywhere near this entire conversation.
Grabs Bambi's shirt and whispers, "Oh, if I'm sinking in this ship, you're fucking staying here with me, Bambi."
You can come with me.
No,
She
you're fucking
tries to
staying.
do the scamper, gets
No,
grabbed
no.
by like the back of her shirt.
We're in this together, Bambi. The Womble's already out of his hair.
We
No.
could be over there together.
No,
Where
you stay
it's
right
not
the fuck
scary.
there. You stay right
Why
the
do
fuck
we?
there.
I
Right the
don't
fuck there.
I don't know. Pouts immediately, like the arms cross and everything.
Uh-oh, she's salty. That's not good.
So, she will look at Kincaid and she will go, unlike you and your hunger red cat, one cannot simply fuck away everyone's problems and uptightness.
Been working.
Is there a reason you are here?
Yeah, I brought beer. I was gonna watch Womblebots beat the shite out of each other.
It's really hard to watch them fight each other when you're eating them.
Well, yeah, he was rude to my new friend here.
I did not hear what you just said.
He was rude to my new friend here.
And you were rude right back, but there's a difference between being rude and eating them.
Oh, see, that was just a cultural thing. My fault.
I know it is.
Wait a minute. You're an ability.
I am.
You're his wife, so you probably have a lot of agreements on how an ability works, probably, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so I'm a commoner, dirty, filthy commoner, red cap, and I just ate your property. You're probably not happy with it. In your house, probably not happy with me.
Most certainly not.
Is there some bowing and scraping or like a quest?
Yes.
Okay, lay it on me.
Perhaps later, when I think of a suitable punishment. Shouldn't be hard to find you again later.
The slow edging
Myself.
starts.
Do you need my cell phone number or?
pulls her right back against him. Like, don't you fucking move, Bambi.
Because I don't ever see you. I see a lot of him. I don't ever see you.
Trust me. Even though I am not seen, that does not mean I do not hear of what you do, and that does not mean I have my own method, or I do not have my own methods of seeing you.
You're tall.
And you're not very bright.
No. They don't pay me to be bright. They pay me to catch chimera, no one else can. And find the people that don't want to be found.
Pathetic. And she will just walk out of the room.
I'm going to assume a collective sigh of relief once she is so far out of earshot.
See that, Bambi?
Oh
See?
my god, can Alcindra just pass Karina on the way out?
Yes, fuck it. As Karina's walking in, she just sees this furious looking she just kind of storming down the halls.
Oh god.
Karina remembers busting through a gate with her in the back seat.
Yes, she does.
On a side note, Kim, how angry is she on a scale of 1 to 10? And actually, no, how angry is she on a scale of 10 to 1?
So you know how number 1 can get pretty fucking upset? He had to learn that anger from someone.
Well, my point is that I'm pretty sure if the god is incredibly pissed, the 1 may answer.
Oh yeah, no, the Womblepots they're all kind of gathering around and they're like, who the fuck pissed off our deity?
See that, Bambi? See that? See that? Look, see?
You know what? I need to. I'm gonna.
No,
I just
no,
need
we
to
have to
ask the
move,
cook
Bambi.
something
No,
real fast.
No. We
Yeah,
just start to move
so-
really quickly.
Yeah, I'm moving.
So
To the
as Alcindra leaves, there's another she that comes in, looking pretty much like the picture here. The only difference is, she has icy blue eyes. Her hair's kind of fucked up, like she's been like running through the forest and shit. And she just kind of points at Alcindra as she's leaving, and her eyes kind of drift over to the periphery of her vision.
Oh, fuck, there's another one. See that?
It's okay. I just
Sator makes a break for the safety of the cook.
Bitch in me tank top. Don't worry about it.
Bitchy Mac. catches hold of Bambi's shirt. No, apparently she's fine.
But I actually wanted to talk to the cook. Why don't you want me to talk to people?
We're gonna meet the creepy she. Just get the
I
fuck
didn't-
back over
what-
here.
But that's not very nice to say out loud.
As you guys are talking, right beside your head is the thump, and then the like spattering as like gears and everything go flying as a Womblebot is thrown out of the arena and like right by your guys' head, and it slowly just kind of as it slides down the wall.
So because I have to, that thing hits right next to her head, and there is a jump and the startled little. And like, her eyes go huge.
Sure.
Covers her mouth afterwards.
Oh no, it's okay. We all heard about me. I'm sorry. No, that was adorable.
She tries to look mad at him. It's not very convincing.
Turns slowly to the other she who's just watching all three of them bumblefuck and just turns. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, he is gigantic. He's 7 foot tall, and it's a leprechaun. It's a Krivicon, whatever. I can't say it. It's too early. Claricon, thank you. He's massive.
You want a beer, Karina?
Oh, out of character. What was that, Marcus?
You want a beer, Karina?
Very, very important distinction. Is it one of your beers or is it one of Lord Nigel's beers?
It's like a regular person beer.
Yes, but was it yours or was it his?
It was mine.
Then yes.
Let's get your tank up over the rest of his chest.
I have very specific business to attend to here. Otherwise,
You can do the thing.
Yes.
You know he's gonna cheat, right?
I doubt it.
Okay. Introduce yourself to our new cleric to Irish word and
Clericon. Yes. Ironically, there are not many of you in Hibernia. I'm fairly certain that you are just the product of racism. My name is Karina Stormfury.
Okay, that's a hell of an introduction. Well, I'm pretty sure none of them are as big as me anyway, so.
I would stereotype.
They call me Rise the Lightning.
Good name.
Oh yeah.
And she gonna stop at Pepper.
Pepper, for what it's worth, has become distracted and is trying to see if she can help the poor Womblebot back up. She doesn't know how to check for life signs on a Womblebot, but
Oh my god, wait. Katie, does that
What?
mean that Pepper is bent over?
it does now. I was imagining she would crouch, but this is way funnier.
Yeah, no, Korea's gonna be a fucking deer in headlights for like a hot second.
back off. I saw it first.
That's a nice Irish Bambi.
Fuck.
Promptly
that.
stands rigidly upright.
That changes nothing.
Shoots the clerk on a glance like, what the fuck, bro?
It's a nice
Puts her
Irish.
little skirt down.
I'm just saying, I can see everything. It's nice stars.
Can't
Been
see
working out
everything.
lately.
What? Maybe.
That's Scott Gain, I realize.
What's with you and the squats? It's always squats. Never anything else.
Hips.
It's not always leg day.
Hips.
Yeah, it is. It's always like that.
When
Always
with what you have, my lady, yes. Leg day is every day.
You need to eat more Bambi. It's more advice. Like, I'm not being insulting, Bambi. You just need to eat.
She's got her skirt kind of stiffly tugged down over her backside, like both hands back there.
That's
eat
right.
plenty.
I apologize for relentlessly objectifying you upon first meeting. It was wrong of me to do so. Especially considering and she's going to look at Kincaid to make sure she's got this right. Significant class difference inherent to our system. Yes? Is that correct?
I mean, if that's what's stopping you, sure.
Catherine's just gonna pop up and she's just gonna kind of whisper, "Thick thighs save lives."
You're not wrong, however.
What's that have to do with the healing?
Oh, it has plenty to do with the healing.
Oh,
Don't you worry.
everything.
Oh,
Everything.
don't you worry. Don't you worry. That's plenty to do with the healing, Bambi.
Kincaid is drinking.
Either way, I do not yet know your name.
And suddenly this became Changeling After Dark.
Yep. My name is Karina Stormfury.
Pepper?
It's too easy.
Karina kind of gets like an odd look in her face. Out of character, the human mind in Karina thought of a pickup line, and Karina doesn't know how to deal with that. And she'll just say, "It is good to meet you, Pepper." And she'll extend her hand to both her and Rides the Lightning.
Shakes her hand. Big strong grip.
Yeah, she'll do the autopilot like offer out a hand because you don't just leave someone hanging. That's rude.
Yeah.
Got a much more delicate grasp.
Kim, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Did my biblically pissed wife come into the Great Hall where I am, or did she go elsewhere?
Oh, she went elsewhere.
Oh,
Thank
Jesus.
There's some clanking from
That's
the
going.
boardroom.
Oh, Christ.
That's gonna be your. That's gonna be your problem in a minute, homeboy.
She's gonna build a contraption to strap you to.
No, I'm guessing she's going to build something that might or may not include some kind of very small chainsaw. Because you called me a eunuch, my God, she's going to make you one.
No.
Nah, he gotta dig it. It works good. God damn it. Fuck that.
As soon as the niceties are over, Pepper will become distracted enough again to convey the half-splattered Womblebot over to whatever looks like the little like recovery area for the injured ones.
There isn't one.
There isn't. There aren't even like little Womblebots with stretchers because that just sounded amazing in my head.
Nope, there
Thunderdome is to the death.
Thunderdome is to the death.
Oh God, she looks
Got
very
Two blocks in her,
distressed.
one block leaves.
Is
Yeah,
this thing
see.
still even moving?
Very faintly. Like, okay, you can kind of notice that the other Womblebots here, like the bigger ones, it looks like they have multiple limbs, they have thicker armor. It looks like some of them even have like quote unquote skull caps and everything
Are
like
they
that.
cannibalizing each other?
They do. When
Oh my God, she
when they-
scoops it up. She's holding on to it.
Puts his
Yeah.
hand on Bambi's shoulder. It's the laws of nature, Bambi.
It's not the laws of nature.
It is totally the fucking laws
I
of
am
nature.
going and
Look at
getting
this.
seeds, and you can't stop me. And like finally turns
It's
to
a
march.
fucking it's a machine, you daft dear, you. Come here.
No, she is marching to the fucking cook, and you are not going to stop her.
Yeah, well, there'll be no living with her after this.
He'll
You
look
should
at
keep
the
your-
and he goes, "You get control over your chick, man."
No, I'm not. No,
She's not. No. Me and her, no. She's too small.
She seems
That's the fun part.
resilient.
Resilient, but small. I
That's
like.
the fun part.
Looks over at the troll. Big women. Sage nod.
Oh. I feel you, dog.
Mm. just this grunt of agreement as they both take a sip of their beer. Mm.
So, as Bambi kind of walks into the kitchen, Lynn is, or not Lynn. Oh God, I need to come up with a name for her. Fuck it. No, fuck it. Her name's Destiny, because why not? She will be kind of stirring a pot. Looks like soup.
And oh, sorry.
My bad. You go.
Yeah, she will just come in and immediately put on like the cute little pleading face. Is there any chance that you have a compost or something where you throw pips and seeds?
Oh yeah, of course, baby. What you need it for?
These are chimerical, right? The Womblebots on the out of
Yes.
game.
They
Yeah.
are. They're miracle.
They help with the healing. I don't know if
Compost.
bunks are an in-game term. Seeds.
Okay, seeds. Any particular kind? I can try to find you some.
Just whatever is on hand and easy to get a hold of.
Okay, give me a moment. She hops off of the stool she was standing on, because she's very short. She's actually like,
Actually, there's a compost pile that might even work better, if you don't mind me commandeering it for a second.
oh no, baby, that's all good. And she'll
Quick
kind
question. What number is the one Bumblebot that she has in her arms?
of, probably 572.
Excellent.
And she'll kind of, walk on over and kind of open a door that leads to like a back entrance, kind of like a garden in the house almost. Like a
Oh,
greenhouse.
she looks delighted. Yeah,
I'll just
she'll
kinda
follow
point over.
along.
Yep.
And yeah, when she's found the area, she will essentially do the exact same kind of bunk. I can look up another little blessing if you want.
It's up to you.
I've got a couple on standby now. No, I'll use the same one again. Okay. So yeah, same thing. She'll pluck out a couple of the seeds from the compost. She doesn't mind getting her fingers dirty. And we'll actually probably set the little Womblebot, not on top of like fresh leavings and stuff, but over where they've combed the stuff that's actually processed into like actual fertilizer. And just very gingerly, very, very carefully set it down and repeat the process, pressing 4 seeds in each cardinal direction. Not necessarily like accurately north, south, east, west, but instead in relation to where it's laying. And again, may your troubles be less, your blessings be more, and nothing but happiness come through your door. And we'll cast.
You will need Faith 3 to affect it. I can't remember.
Has it?
Okay. Yeah, then you'll be good then. Just Spring and Faith.
It's just
With a-
hashtag and then the dice.
Yeah, hashtag the dice D10 F6.
F6.
Or F4, sorry.
4. Yay. I'm 6 successes.
It takes a little bit, but ever so slowly, the wires, kind of what could be the veins of this Womblebot, slowly start threading themselves through the various mechanical parts, kind of restringing it together as it slowly starts to reassemble itself. And after about, a minute or two, it slowly sits up.
I figure she'll probably very gingerly, if it can be moved during the process, will very gingerly and carefully pick it up again so that she can rejoin the group while it's healing. But
Mhm.
but yeah,
Yeah,
once she's got the desired effect, we'll return to the group, looking very proud of herself. Thank you very much.
The Womblebot is looking very happy and just kind of is like laying in her arms, like, "Oh my God, you have saved my life. My life is yours now. You are. I will serve you forever."
Yeah, she'll come back and step in right alongside the giant leprechaun again. And again, it's kind of the chin up, very very proud of herself. Thank you very much. As this thing is recovering in her arms.
Leans down. You know what's gonna go back in there and probably get knocked the shite out of again.
At least now we'll have another chance.
Shoots a
Although
look at him.
she's narrowing her eyes and looking down at the Womblebot and looking up at the satyr. And looking down at the Womblebot and looking up at the satyr. She ain't gonna say nothing, but that's gonna happen for a while.
You vapor locked the sheep. Look what you did.
What?
You broke my sheep, friend. Look what you did there.
There's kind of a helpless shrug. I didn't do anything.
Oh yeah, you did.
What did you do to the robot?
I'm fixing him.
How?
Man.
I was gonna say she proceeds to do the whole thing where you like pick up a hand and do the like spirit fingers. Magic.
Showed it her arse.
Okay, the look goes. Okay, the look goes from puzzled to now horrified.
Showed it her arse. He actually like she has to turn to do it because she's got the Womblebot in the near arm, but she actually turns around and like whacks him in the shoulder.
Hey, I'm sensitive. Don't do that.
You're not sensitive.
No,
That
I'm
was an
really not.
insensitive thing to say.
I mean, I don't know what you do with your hokey pokey
I
amateur
literally did it to you earlier.
Yeah, but
There's-
like,
oh my. Okay.
look, Bambi. I
I've
don't
done it
mind
to you like a million
You're-
times.
Whoa,
Oh,
context.
That's how you learned she was too small.
What?
The context. Context is important. No, it was a few times, okay? It was a few times. Say
Oh,
calmly.
of course. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
I grunt into my beer.
I will need one too. I am confused.
No shit.
I healed it.
No, we know you did. We know you did.
She seems to be kind of befuddled. Like, what's confusing about this?
At this point, a voice is going to come through kind of one of the pipes. You know how you've got speaking pipes that are the kind of old-timey, like how ships used to communicate with one another? I'm just going to say, it was Destiny is the name, right?
Yes.
Destiny, have you seen my guests? They said they were going to be back in 20 minutes, and it's been rather long.
Why is that doing your
I'm
fucking
somewhat
face?
worried.
She'll return. Yes, Your Excellency. I believe I just saw them leaving the bathrooms right now.
You just spoke to the fucking pipe. The fuck is that?
Shh! It echoes. Destiny just kind of, the little angry boggin kind of shoots a little bit like.
Oh, sorry, Jesus.
Oh, I see. Thank you very much, Destiny.
Not a problem, Your Excellency.
Does he do that when his wife is there? Like, does he announce like he's coming through the pipes into his bedroom? Like, hello.
I mean, would you do that with a telephone? Jesus.
I would totally do that with a telephone.
Oh God, you would.
Oh, come on, you could even just like.
You do not
walk in
need to.
and- Come on, tell me you would not try and do that. at
You
least
do
once in your
literally
life.
announce yourself literally everywhere we go.
It's not my fault. I'm pretty.
This is why I
Mandy.
can't have nice things.
Kincaid, is this how we sound?
No.
Okay.
From out of nowhere, as the dreaming just kind of speaks to you guys out of nowhere. Yes, this is exactly how you two sound. And then the dreaming like fucks off again.
Going to assume that was Odin because I'd be kind of terrified if it was anyone else.
We gotta go. We gotta go. It's like poke, poke, poke.
Don't jab me. Stop it. Stop.
We should probably go.
Well, like you can
Listen, but
feel
we
it. You
can't-
got hit with a giant
Our
hammer.
host waiting.
Yeah, I did. You kid do this big grin as he's walking.
Lucky your ribs are back where they belong.
Listen, Bambi, listen, she gave me a favor. She gave me a ribbon thing. You know what that means?
Hey, your hair looks ridiculous. We need to like, I don't know, tie it around your cravat or something. Got to show that thing proper.
The boggin's gonna get a broom and start shooing you out of her kitchen with a broom.
She is shooed amidst
Yeah.
many clippity clops.
The giant issued.
Kincaid does not eat the broom. He does finish his beer though.
Does he eat the beer can?
No, because Kim will make me spend glamour for it.
I will. I'll fucking do it.
She's crazy.
I'll make you actually have to use the mechanical parts of your shit. But yeah, no, Destiny is just kind of like shooing you guys out with the broom. She looks completely unintimidated by the red cap. She's like, come on, out, 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 out. And then
He does on the way out. He turns. He goes, "That lamb's gonna be overdone."
Oh,
Oh no.
oh God.
No.
Hold on, wait.
I
Give me a
wouldn't be
moment.
surprised if you just tripped her motherfucking antithesis.
The
dude.
satyr just runs.
Give
Satyr's
me a
done.
moment.
Oh,
Here we go.
Satyrs.
Oh, God.
So this boggin, all of like 4 foot nothing with a broom, will look straight at Kincaid. She'll say, "You know what? Maybe if I didn't have to take care of you chuckle fucks down here in my kitchen, I could properly watch my food. But I don't know who the hell you think you are talking about my food in my kitchen. Okay? I don't come up in your kitchen talking about your nasty ass food. You ain't gonna come up in my kitchen and talk about my food. Now politely see your way to the door."
Oh shit.
Why do you have an American Southern accent?
Just go. Don't ask questions. Just go.
Oh no, no, oh no, oh no. She's doing the angry face. Oh no, we're gonna die. Oh, I'm
Shoving Riots in front of her like, we gotta go. We gotta go now.
I know we're going. Why just go moving?
Now
Go
curious.
faster.
Karina's now curious, and she just kind of
It's nice.
blurts shit out because she hates hiding shit.
It's nice to spend time with her mother. I know what her mother's like. Spoon is
What?
lethal, Bambi. Lethal.
He goes, first of
So
all,
get the fuck out.
because it's a red cap. You go. First of all,
Oh
I'm a
god,
damn.
no.
Second of all, and I'm gonna tell you to leave the kitchen.
Didn't hear what she said.
He says, second of all, no one told you to leave the kitchen.
You're
Sadie's
right.
gone.
I'm telling you to leave my kitchen. And stop talking about my food, because I don't go up in your kitchen talking about your food.
Well, if you ever come to my restaurant, you can ask for.
And I'm gonna talk shit about it too. Watch.
It sounds like a challenge has been issued.
Really? Okay. Are you really gonna get up in this too?
I'm
God, why?
just commenting on the fact that it seems like there's going to be a what
Why
is it?
would you do
It
this?
is in the book. It's in the book. Shokugeki. Yes, those. That.
Oh,
I-
Jesus Christ, Tim.
Said, I am going to get lost on a tour now. Bye.
Actually, wait, Bambi. Let's just wait a minute. Slow down.
No. I'm getting lost right now.
No, this isn't. I want to watch this.
It's
No,
called
slow
plausible deniability.
down. It's called being interested in the challenge.
You know what? The Poggin she'll walk over, she'll open a drawer, she'll grab a pot holder, a mitten. She'll walk over to Kincaid with this fucking mitten, and it's got stars and it's like purple and shit, and she'll slam it on the ground right in front of him with all the like little force and anger that this tiny 4 foot nothing Poggin can do.
Are you going to accept this challenge from Shokugeki, Kincaid?
He looks at her face and just he smiles that red cap smile and he goes, Duck Larange, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And thus we have a challenge.
Honestly, everyone in this piece, Julie, everybody in weird halfways.
For real.
Fucking Pepper and number 527 are gone.
Tippity clop, tippity clop, tippity clop.
Yeah, no, and the little Womblebot's like, turn here. Okay, now turn here. Now
Oh my
over
god.
this way."
Bless him.
Leading her back to the Great Hall.
Rise of Lightning is wandering. Bobby! Wandering around.
Well, I told you to hurry, keep up. And with the challenge issued and accepted, Destiny will shut the door, just pretty much slamming it so hard that the frame kind of shakes for a moment. And then that will be that.
Pepper going back to the Great Hall. Fuck all that nonsense.
As like, does Pepper into the Great Hall at like a tilted run?
She like you can ironically tell me is there carpeting in the halls?
No, they're all like bare stone. It's all like naked stone floor.
She's sliding around.
No, it's just that you hear like the little the kind of hurried clip clopping right until she gets like right around the corner, and then she just slows it down so she can walk in casual like. It would be a great plan if you couldn't hear her clip clopping the whole way there.
Karina is 300% being okay being behind Bambi.
He is sitting on his throne now, reading something, and he's writing in a. He has a table that's been pulled across where he's sitting with the Troll Aljar behind him as he's writing in a large book in front of him. He's wearing a pair of glasses that are really weird. They're like modular glasses, so they've got different things that he can flick over his eyes for different levels of magnification and such. He's also got a very pretty gemstone that he's examining. As you come in, he'll look up and he'll say, "Oh, wonderful. I was worried. I thought you may have gotten lost."
It's a very engaging tour. Sage nod.
Oh. I see. Did you meet my wife during the tour?
I'm pretty sure I saw her, yeah.
Here's the banging noises. Doesn't say shit.
He'll look down
It's pretty
from where
sustained
he's
class.
sitting on his
Broad smile.
where he's sitting on his throne, and he'll say, "Number 521." Is it 521 or 525?
I think it was 527.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it was one of them.
I think
520.
521 sounds best, but that's just me.
We'll go. It's whatever. It's 5. You know what? Fuck it.
Hmm?
Yeah, go ahead.
What are you doing outside the library?
I found him. He seemed to have gotten crushed by something, so I was just fixing him up, and I didn't want to leave him unattended while he was knitting.
The Womblebot will kind of, push themselves up because it was being held like, like a baby, kind of, and it will just slowly sit up and it will say, "I was trapped beneath a pile of books and was unfortunately soon to meet my death until this beautiful, deared angel came and rescued me. I owe her my life now."
Oh, I see. I'm so sorry to hear that. You poor thing. Are you quite recovered?
She has healed me with her beautiful magics, but I owe her my life.
I see. We must repay this service, clearly. He'll stroke his chin as he takes off his glasses and sets them down. What would you have as a reward?
She kind of glances around, obviously at a bit of a loss, and then she's probably still got the little bag of dross like hung around her wrist or something. If you've got more of this to spare.
He will contemplate for a moment. He'll say, an idea for you. Would you like to earn more of that? I can give you an amount, but would you perhaps care to have a steady stream?
Maybe?
Well, you rescued number 527, or 521, rather, from the library, yes?
Yeah.
It's been some time. Since we've taken your friend Rides the Lightning to Squire, or rather, Sir Dawnhammer has, would you care to stay on as the librarian? I'll more than happily pay you a wage.
The eyebrows pop up a bit. It sounds nice. Would I be able to leave if I ever wanted to?
Of course.
Then, yeah, that would be very nice.
I must admit, he contemplates as he leans back in his chair. I haven't been in the library and he contemplates. This incarnation.
Blink.
I'm merely saying I've got no idea what's up there. I have faith in you.
I'm sure I can set it to rights.
Wonderful. He will seeing Karina, and he will stand and bow. Lady Stormfury, welcome to my humble home.
Lord Tintagel, it is good to be here.
May I offer refreshment?
That would be quite appreciated, thank you.
What do you desire?
Simple water will suffice for me.
He will pour he has a pewter water receptacle on his desk, and he'll pour it into a goblet before he'll walk down and hand it to her. And he'll say, I've been doing much contemplation recently. With the state of the kingdom in the lamentable fashion that it is, He'll say, returning to his chair, sitting back in it. With the state of the kingdom and the lamentable situation that it is, with both the plague and the current conflict with Ulster, my own petty slights that I may have taken as gospel are relatively unimportant. I must think of this country first. I must think of my new king first, and my liege lord first. And squandering their resources by two great warriors who may decide the fate of this conflict, being at one another's throats, is selfish. Would you not agree?
I do. Are you calling a truce then? And she'll actually extend her hand to him.
I am, he will say, taking the hand. In all honesty, it is better to serve in this time of uncertainty as friends, as opposed to serving as enemies.
For sure.
He'll even, you'll see Tintagel very rarely smiles. He has smiled more since his wife came back, but his lips will upturn, and he'll say, in all honesty, considering this plague, I'm surprised that we're able to keep it in, considering Dublin is the major population centre where most of the changelings are occupied. I'm surprised that we're able to keep supplies moving to the front up north at Dundalk. However, somehow, by the grace of the dreaming, we've been managing it.
I would likely say that it's not due to the grace of the dreaming. It's the strength of our people.
Yes. Myself and Kincaid, he will say, denoting Kincaid with a nod of the head, recently captured the main supplier of Ulster's cold iron weaponry. They are currently being interrogated by the Duke's staff.
Excellent. Meanwhile, at least on my end, I plan to continue the offensive that began in Dundalk. It was quite successful, and I think that we should lose that momentum.
I have this letter, he will say, removing, or he will push the letter across his desk table so that she can read it.
He's offering it to Karina, yeah?
Yep, he's offering it to Karina, and he's going to say that Kincaid should read it when he's done, or when she's done, rather.
He works too. Karina's gender is yes.
Yes, is yes.
But yeah, she'll take it and go ahead and read it. Check it out.
Tim, I can't remember exactly what's in there. It's basically, you're an evil thief. Go fuck yourself.
In loose terms, it says... Sorry, I had to look at something. In loose terms, it basically reads out... It's got no signature, nothing like that. But it says... You have stolen something, or, to whom this letter arrives to, you have stolen something of great importance to me, and do not think you have gotten away with it, etc., etc. I will come and retrieve it, kind of thing. In loose terms, I can't exactly remember, but it was very ominous and evil sounding. But it doesn't have a signature or anything like that.
Is this in reference to the supplier, or is there something else that...
It could also reference the dragon I stole from him.
It's probably the dragon you stole from him, my lord.
More than likely. On the bright side, Tim, is the dragon doing much better?
Yes.
Blink.
All right, for those of you who are near, King Darius ap Baelor of Ulster had a dragon who he brutalized and mistreated for many decades, tied and bound, confined to fire his forge. I liberated the dragon, and he was not best pleased with this.
So you believe that an attack is imminent?
He'll contemplate, and he'll say, perhaps. I don't honestly know. My freehold is relatively defensible, and I have many agents to protect it, and it's how to phrase, surrounding area. However, ultimately, it is only as defensible as I can make it, or as it can be made. I intend to move it again. I intend to move it back over towards the changeling market for extra security. But ultimately, yes, we shall see. As it pertains to stealing it back, the dragon is much stronger than it was when it was taken, and I very much doubt it would like to be taken again. But I haven't told them about this news. I was going to head upstairs shortly and do so. Oh, for those of you who don't know, there's a dragon who lives upstairs.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's the slow lean over to Rides. Does this mean we get to see a dragon?
Probably. I'm more interested to go down the raids.
Shoots him a look, like he's lost his mind.
Kincaid, I require a service of you.
What?
And I'm now speaking as an agent of the kingdom, so I don't know if that has any more weight or not.
Nope.
Excellent. I didn't assume it did. Frankly, you are able to wage a war that the she can't comprehend.
Yep.
I need you to assemble a group of like-minded individuals who I will happily pay, equip, whatever, in order so that you may continue to wage this war in a way that she cannot contemplate.
It's almost as if suddenly just like the light, just like the halo light just shines and brights the lightning as he just looks over at Kincaid. Like, hey buddy. Hey.
You want a brute squad?
In order to compete with Ulster, who are willing to sink so low as to use cold iron weapons, at this point we need every advantage we can get. I need people who are able and willing to fight dirty, to fight quickly, to how to phrase, you want to protect the commoners? That's great. Go, fight them back, get the commoners to the southern border. I don't really care. As I said, I will pay and I will equip them. But I need people who can fight in a way that she cannot comprehend.
You allowed to make that call?
I will allow myself to make it, and I am an agent now of the crown.
Hey, Squire.
It's over.
About to teach you some changing politics. Pay attention. Okay?
Why?
All right. Now, I know that I ain't no knight. I also know I ain't no squire. I'm a free commoner. Also know, as the voice of the land or the crown or whatever you want to call it, you got certain freedoms within the lands gifted to you by the guy who runs this place. So you can't, well, it falls on you if I do something that nobody wants me to do. And then you got every right to shoot me in the head with one of the pistols you keep at your side if I fuck up. That's pretty much how it goes.
It's a lot of responsibility for a squire. Unless we get caught doing then, of course. But if you need to keep the peace, I will. But as long as we kill it.
No, you don't understand. The guy over there, the guy who runs things, Mr. Account over there, he kind of keeps his hands clean unless I mess up. And then he has a choice. He can either stand with me or he can kill me. That about where we're at.
Do all that?
Tintagel will push something across his table to you, and he'll denote for Kincaid to take it.
He takes it. What is it?
Basically, what it is it is a writ that in Tintagel's own handwriting with his seal that's on a ring on his left hand that he assigned himself. Basically, it lines up to the phrase and the saying, what this individual has been done with my authority and by the rights of my name, etc., 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 to anyone who reads this.
You know I'm not a nice guy, right?
I know that we're fighting monsters.
So you want to hire a monster to fight monsters?
As I said, you can fight a war the she cannot contemplate.
Now, all that being said, my Calirican friend, you still want to roll with me?
If you're going to kill Baylor She, I'll kill him. I don't give a shit. I'll kill him nice and slow.
Won't just be them we're killing.
We're fighting a war. Kill him, don't bother me.
All right.
You're going to need as many bodies as you trust. As I said, I will equip and I will pay them. Whatever you require, you need only ask.
I have a Corby.
Good. Very well then. Will they require anything in terms of financing or preparation?
That depends. I got to pitch to the boss lady first.
Who's the boss lady?
Don't you worry your pretty little head about that.
As you say. He'll steeple his fingers again and he'll say, honestly, once again, this is not something I would consider. However, many of you didn't see the hundreds of cold iron weapons that were ready to be shipped to House Baylor. They don't want a war, they want a holocaust.
Right, Tristan balls his fists, quite visibly angry as he thinks back to something.
They are quite brutal. At least they like to act like it.
They like to torture their people with them as well.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
For a moment, Kincaid stopped smiling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Korea looked at Kincaid when he said that shit.
There's a very small hand on his arm.
They like to take their time with them. And then they act like nothing's wrong afterwards. So if you need anybody for a raid, point at the Karina. I'm your man. I'll be the first off that ship.
Good man.
What are the others she gonna think about this, Mr. Count?
Allow me to worry about my brothers and sisters.
Not offer my opinion on that.
By all means, Lady Stormfury.
I think they're going to think that the job's getting done. I think they won't want to ask any questions.
I know one she who won't. Maybe I know three. Anyway, I'm gonna go build my flying squad.
I'll start plotting out our next attack point.
It'll get worse before it gets better.
Yes. In the end, I'm still concerning myself mostly with the treatment of this plague, which is why I haven't been doing things like mobilizing forces, etc. However, when that is dealt with, as I hope it will be soon, then I will be able to commit to the efforts in the north. I need to speak to the king of Connacht, who is marrying his son to this Baylor princess, to see if I can speak reason to him. He is my housemate, after all. Because we cannot fight the collective forces of two kingdoms should Pontic choose to side with Ulster.
Smart play.
There's also Munster to consider, but then again, they haven't made any rumblings yet, and I don't know if the Baelor have attempted to make inroads with them or not. King Dariath seeks only one thing, to become the Ard Ri and crown himself High King. That's a position of terrible power. He'll look at the two newcomers and he'll say, I have a question for both of you. Why is Ireland different to anywhere else in the world?
She just kind of knits her brow, pitches him a puzzled glance, looks up to Reds to see if there's some trick answer she doesn't know.
He just stares at him. Because you need. You can have. Just shrugs. He's just like, I don't fucking know, man. This is cheese shit.
Well, not only the fact that, well, the two Arthur Dedan, our forefathers, were born here. This is their land, the place where we first drew breath. But this place is rich with us. Our very soul is in the land. It produces more glamour. It breathes more life into any of us than most places on Earth. The population of changelings in Ireland is higher than most other places the world can imagine. There are more changelings in Ireland than I'd wager near the whole of Concordia, despite the much higher population, because this is our land, and the one who crowns himself king here, who had access to so much glamour, they could change the fate of the world.
It's not all beer and spotted deer ass.
He'll nod his head very slowly and stand up. He looks really tired, and he'll say, we have 3 of the damn items we require for the curative measure for the plague. I require 3 more. Or rather, we have 2. One of them will be acquired at the full moon. Kim, what were the other 3 I needed?
Silver touched by moonlight itself, and a smithing hammer used by a one-armed, one-eyed man who created something of legendary power.
And there was one more, because there were 6 in total.
Feather-touched wood.
Feather-touched wood, yes. He will he'll press his thumb and his forefinger to the bridge of his nose, and he'll say, Lady Stormfury, may I ask service of you?
What do you need?
Well, I can't go everywhere at once, and I'm desperately trying to create this curative for the plague. Feather-touched wood is a commodity that can be procured from the kin name of bird people.
Notes. Taito.
Yes, that can be procured from the Taito, a race of. They are similar to the Garlane. They're children of the dreaming in the same way we are, but they are more avian in nature. If you could, they have a settlement somewhere They have a settlement somewhere in the. You'll insert name of mountain range because you said it was in the mountains. But from an Irish perspective, and he'll say, if you could go and acquire feather-touched wood for me, I would be eternally grateful, as I cannot, as I say, be everywhere at once.
I can do this. I don't mind a bit of a hike anyway.
As for the other 2, Silver Touch by Moonlight itself, that one's complicated. That means I have to go to the old stories Kim. I have an idea for that.
Okay.
Can I roll Tintagil's lore to ask a really specific? Can I roll his remembrance to ask a very specific question?
Yes.
I want to basically Silver Touch by Moonlight itself. Obviously, changelings and werewolves have history. A lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Silver Touch by Moonlight itself sounds very, very lupine / kind of thing to me.
Mm-hmm. But remind yourself of how much I dislike cross venue.
That's fair, but it's not really a venue yet, which is why I thought it was.
I'm peeking out now, Evan. I'm peeking out.
I mean, you can always make it a thing that's not cross venue with PCs, but something that you and the Werewolf ST work out.
Because it makes sense mentally when I kind of put 2 and 2 together on it to make 4 or to make 5 rather. So I'm just gonna. What would the in remembrance lore be to remember that werewolves are a thing?
I mean, Karina's told him, I think.
Yeah, they've met werewolves before in game.
Oh yeah, sure they have. Okay.
Well, not you guys, but
what would the remembrance roll be to try and identify what that means and if it has a connection? Because obviously werewolves, the moon, silver being a big thing connected to them, etc.
let me get you to roll your Thelaine lore.
Oh, I have that. Difficulty?
Standard.
Oh, I got an idea.
I'm going to
Right,
spend the willpower.
I make sure to put this in all of my descriptions.
1. Does my spec and creative count? Because he's actually trying to do creative thinking here.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 1 with willpower is 5. Whenever I roll remembrance, it's always an amazing roll. I don't know why.
Yeah, but I said Thelaine lore, not remembrance.
Oh, sorry, it's the same dice pool.
Okay. Let me look up something real fast. So,
Run.
there are, and then I fucked it up. Okay, there we go. So, you have met creatures that look extremely similar to you guys that dwell under moonlight, and they, have the silvery hair and the very musical quality voices, and they always wear, silver colored clothes, and their eyes are very, like pools of moonlight.
I have to get a fucking lock of hair from a fucking thing, though, from a fucking servitol, don't I?
Or you could just ask them to touch a bar of silver.
I hate you so much.
Or you could use my badge.
Oh my god, I could. Kim, would that work?
What? Using the badge? It's not a Severtol, it's a badge!
No, but Keldanoth touched it.
Yes, but it's not silver.
Is it not?
It is not.
Not
It looks
now.
like silver.
Hi, Kim. With enough naming, it can be silver.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be the same.
Okay. Damn it.
Because it's got to have the magical qualities to
I
it.
just
It's
have
gotta
this
be
great image of
magical.
I just have this
Stop
great
trying to
image of-
cheat.
I just have this great image of Tintagel with a fishing line lowering a bar of silver onto Keldanoth's face while he's asleep.
If you can find his grove and or his castle and fucking make the stealth checks to do that, I will allow it. But
I'm good, thanks. I'm pretty Gucci.
you gotta do some shenanigans.
No, I know what he's going to do, and it's going to get me killed.
Sounds like a personal problem.
No, because he knows where there is another Servitol.
Or you could do it out of character. You could just do it straight up, legit, and go get some silver touched by moonlight.
Yeah.
Remember, we're changelings.
There's many ways to look at it, honestly. You can go a werewolf route with it. You can go, like,
I kinda
literally...
wanna do I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to do the werewolf route with it because it sounds cool.
Well, there is, like, 2-3 werewolf little NPCs that I have about.
Ooh, House Fiona might have some plays.
And just get them to take it and get it touched by a loon spirit. Done.
All right, cool.
By the way, Kim, I should probably hit you up about those dudes. That way I know who they is.
Yes.
Who they is. All right. So, and with that in mind, so the one that he's going to have the most trouble with is finding the motherfucking hammer, which is probably a treasure in and of itself. Let's be fair, because the dreaming's fucked up like that. If an item has a story connected to it, that's a good story. They tend to become weird things themselves.
Wayland.
I beg your pardon? What was that, Marcus? I hate him. Oh my.
What?
He's not wrong.
Do it in character. This is what Blue Booking's for, sir.
Sorry, Marcus just reminded me of something. Anyway, here we go. He will sink back into his. He will. Sorry, no. He will walk around his chair, and he'll say, "If you would like to follow me, I'm going to go and have a conversation with the dragon." If you'd like to meet the dragon.
Is suddenly like right up behind him. Like, hey, where you going, buddy?
So he's going to bring them upstairs to the upper gallery, which is basically the other large room that is right above this room, but it's more of an art gallery, which is full of chimerical gold coins. If Sketch was here, he'd be like, Nelly. And then be sad when he realized it's chimerical gold. Kim, are the dragons in residence?
They are indeed. They are kind of sitting off to a corner. They look like humans. And they're just talking.
Do they speak weird dragon speak?
Yes.
I need to get that as a language on my sheet.
We'll see about that. Might end up making you take the might end up making you do the Mott way.
I mean, if they're offering, fine.
No.
But he will walk into the room and he will say, "What were they called? What were the names again? Because they both had names."
Yes, their names were Zaltarish and oh Jesus Christ, where's the other one? Because they both started with Z's. Yeah, Zeldrim and Zaltarish.
Which was the silver one?
The dude or the chick? I can't remember. I know one was red.
The chick was the one I rescued and was silver.
Yeah, that is Zaltarish.
He will say, "Good afternoon, Zaltarish," and he'll give the other one's name because I don't want to have to ask for it again. Saying good afternoon to them both. Zeldrim, thank you.
They will both look up and they will say, "Ah, hello."
Oh, where are my terrible manners? Have you met my friends?
I have met some of them.
He'll kind of nudge Pepper forward, being like, "This is Pepper."
Zaltarish, the female, is elegant, but looks more. It's very uncanny valley with her because it's a dragon who's assumed a humanoid shape. Her hair is a metallic silver that glitters and shines with every movement, and her skin also has a kind of scalish, silvery tinge to it. She walks over and will bow, and she will say, "Ah, it is a pleasure to meet you, Lady Pepper."
And she'll get bobbed all of an etiquette to curtsy. It's admittedly probably somewhat distracted because Pepper isn't sure what she expected from a dragon, but she didn't expect people. So she is kind of openly, curiously studying, trying not to be impolite at the same time, but very, very taken with like actually taking them in, especially as one of them comes closer.
I can see that you have questions and intrigues. Feel free to ask, and that goes for all of you.
And yeah, she'll even go so far as to like kind of blurt it the second she gets a by your leave and be like, "I didn't expect you to look human."
It is a form I can take. It's not a pleasant one, but one does what one must.
She'll kind of glance around. How big is this gallery?
About the same size as the Great Hall. Slightly smaller.
And yeah, she kind of pauses and glances around, takes in the overall size, and looks back. And again, it's childish wonder kind of thing. Thus, the very kind of admittedly inappropriately blurted question of, "Do you not fit?"
Not comfortably.
Oh, that makes sense.
Still, if you wish to see, I suppose we can go outside.
Oh God, the big pleady eyes have been activated. If you don't mind, that would be wonderful.
Yes, that is fine. I suppose we shall head outside then.
As they pass the forge room, I'm gonna get that motherfucker! Hammerfall! Fuck that guy!
Oh
Hammerfall.
no! Oh no! Now it's eerily silent from the
Oh.
fort.
Oh Jesus, no.
There's just very cheery hoof chiming.
There's this is the quietest that Tintagel has ever heard the forge, because usually there's still the steady roar of the forge at most times, but no, it is completely dead in there.
Oh Lord. Someone's gonna die.
Oh Marcus, if only it was a chastity belt. If only. That would have been easy.
Once again, it will have a tiny chainsaw.
And so you all head outside. Zeldrim, the male who has short, it's not even hair actually. So y'all remember Hades from the animated Disney Hercules, where it was just red flames or blue flames? Well, instead of blue for Zeldrim, it's just red flames. And his skin is very reddish and scaly, but he's like, nope, I ain't gonna mess with these people. I'm gonna just chill here.
The wide-eyed wonder crinks to 11. Congratulations.
You're welcome. And so they will head outside, and Zeltrash will kind of take a moment, roll her shoulders, and it's a very slow, odd process as the human body grows and grows, gradually shifting into, well, your very common dragon. The 4 limbs and the great scaly wings. And she is massive. Well, okay. For you guys, she's pretty big. Tintagel knows there's a larger dragon out there that's 40-something feet.
I live in fear of it.
And larger. This one, she's only about 25. She's still a little baby. But she looks very, very regal. Her horns are the white ivory. Ooh, I like this song. Yeah. Sorry. That are my music just switched from like the chill shit I was listening to earlier to like something completely different. And I was like, oh, okay. The horns are very spiraling, kind of like goat horns, where they just kind of twist up. Her scales glitter like silver itself, and she'll just kind of sit there, much like a cat, actually, just kind of like on her haunches, tail wrapped around her front legs.
I take it that there's no more sign of like those crushing deformities after all of the treatments Crib has given her.
Mm-mm. She looks now like a perfectly healthy dragon.
Tiny Satyr is in awe.
She will look down at all of you, kind of for a moment. She'll kind of think to herself. She'll nod, and then she will lay down and kind of extend her wing almost as like a walkway.
I recommend before anyone does this, do you have a dot in ride?
No.
Was that even on the sheet?
Oh,
No.
are we all about to hop on the dragon?
It is something else. It's a separate skill that changelings can buy. It's called ride.
I have right.
I have read it too.
I don't.
The thing with this dragon is much like the dragons in Aragon. If you've read the books, we're not going to talk about a horrible thing known as the movie.
Ugh.
We will never
Not
speak
even
of it.
Jeremy Irons could save that movie.
They have spines large enough for people to sit in between, so all you'd theoretically have to do is just sit between the two spines and hold on for dear life.
Tintagel's going to snap his fingers because he's been thinking about this. Because he has. It's Tintagel.
Satyr's like
So-
vibrating with excitement, but doesn't want to be the first one to do the thing.
He's going to walk up onto the wing and he's going to hold out his hand for the satyr to show it's okay.
Oh god, yes. There's like that half second of indecision followed by her like just almost like with frantic energy. She reaches out, takes the hand, very delicately steps up on the wing.
Who else coming up on this piece?
Question: is this mount big enough for another mount to mount it?
What? That sounds inappropriate.
That's a wow question if I ever heard one.
Are you trying to get Wakanda up on this bitch?
Yes.
No.
And Wakanda be on the dragon.
Have you ever seen that picture of where it's like the dragon with a goat or like a horse with the dude on top?
Yeah. Well, no, I haven't actually. I'm just imagining that.
So, okay. There's not a spot for a fucking panther, but you theorize that if you ask Zaltarish, she can hold Wakanda between her talons.
All right.
I'm sure the cat would be super pissed.
Oh my god. Does your cat like to be picked up? That's the real question.
I'm pretty sure my cat's like 400 pounds. Fuck you.
It's a very large panther.
I get the distinct idea. Your cat may not, in fact, like to be held.
They do kind of like cuddles, but only on like a when they want it and only in like certain spots, like most cats. Well, okay, not like most cats, like the really edgy cats. I know my cats will just get all excited if you even so much as like look in their general direction. Constantine
my
followed
cat
me.
puts up with a lot of shit, but she don't like being picked up, man.
Mine too. Like freaking Furcifer, little bitch ass corners me in the bathroom when I'm trying to use the bathroom, and he'll like push open the door, and I'm like, bitch.
That's
And then
what that's what cats do.
So I just pick him up as a baby as I'm just trying to like finish. But yeah. But no, there's not really a spot for the panther to ride on the dragon. Anybody? Who else
Anybody
did
want
not?
to? All right then. In that case, we're gonna fly.
Well, I'm just asking. Anybody else gonna get on?
Well, seeing as how I will lose the point, I have to roll for banality for being wilder and not going on this adventure. I'm gonna go.
Fair enough.
Yeah, rides gets on. Big ass climbs on.
What was the name? Was it? It was Saphira. Was the name of the dragon in Aragon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bitch hands. Dragon.
And then frickin' what's her name? Oh god, the last book just pissed me off. But anyway, so everyone is on the dragon, right?
Yes.
She will crane her head back behind to look at all of you guys, and she'll just say, "Please hold on tightly." And then it will slowly begin to flap its wings so hard, in fact, that, you know, the kind of dirt will kind of begin to fly as if it wasn't heavily packed down. It will begin to as she slowly rises in the air.
I like to think there were the three Womblebots piled on top of one another that were just saying.
Yeah, no, the Womble. If there were any Womblebots outside, they're no longer there. As they're just kind of.
Is Pepper still holding her Womblebot?
Yes. Fucker's going on an adventure.
The Womblebot is holding on to her for dear life.
It's being very carefully secured with one arm, and she is latched on to the spine with the other. She will not drop the Womblebot.
Yes. And then you guys will begin to fly over the forest. As you look down, you can see lakes and ponds. You can see various creatures that make their home there. Various other. You can even see, you know, little one band of roving Eshu as they are traveling through, just doing their own day-to-day thing. You can see, well, probably who you can guesstimate to be a Danon, because the Non also do this, but they're very, very tiny, so you can't really get a good look at them. And there are so many trees. It's gorgeous. The gentle breeze, of course, is drowned out, admittedly, by the just insanely loud whoosh, whoosh, whoosh of the wings. Is there anywhere in particular that anyone would like to go? Is there any place that they're thinking of, any adventures roaming through their mind?
Oh, it's just gonna happen if they think of it?
It's possible.
I ain't gonna front. Karina's planning, her two biggest things in her mind are getting the feather from the bird people. Which if we do that scene, Kim, I'd request that all of the face claims for those people be Bird Person from Rick and Morty.
Oh no!
Bird
I will not be Bird Person from Rick and Morty. Rest in peace, Bird Person.
Oh, someone didn't see the newest
I'll
season.
have to spoil it. It's too soon.
I
I
haven't.
didn't see the newest season.
I haven't. I need to.
Anyway, though, the other one is the next raid to push whatever advance they got, because Crane hoping that Ulster's a little shook after that brutal ass raid of like, I thought they were gonna send a noble team of knights here. Why is this a raiding party filled with tigers and dragons and hellhounds? Why is everyone dead?
Wait, what?
I like this new GIF and how it sums up my personality.
No, that's gonna be the last gift when he goes full Arthas.
When he makes the hammer, and then, you know, in a cruel twist of fate, realizes, yeah, everyone that gets hit with the hammer is cured because they're dead.
I mean, God damn it, Kim. To be fair, it is going to be a legendary treasure, so I don't fucking know what it's going to fucking do.
Yeah, that's right. You don't.
I really don't.
You.
As for adventures, blah blah blah. There's finding all the shit he needs to find, and I also need to find some jewels for some guy. I forgot about that.
Not some guy. It's the Baron who gave you Minthro.
Yes.
Ow. Okay, time to stop playing with that knife.
Did you stab
I think the
yourself?
only-
Shut up.
I think the only thing Tristan would be thinking about is Grace back home. That's the only thing that is concurrently thinking in his mind, which is his ward. It's the only thing he thinks about lately.
Fair enough. And what of Bambi and Kincaid? Hello?
Sorry, I'm back. I was typing.
Hello?
I mean, let's face it, Pepper's on a dragon. She's pretty fucking thrilled and thinking about how awesome this is that she's riding a dragon. I mean, there's something to be said for simplicity, and she is fully immersed in what she is doing in the moment because it's amazing.
Kincaid's thinking that the dragon would be the adventure.
I'm not sure if I'm taking that in the right way, because my mind is mildly in the gutter today.
It's Kincaid.
Ah, okay. Wanted to make sure we were on the same wavelength there.
Good job.
Yep. God, you think for being in this mindset I'd finish that stupid story I was writing? Nah. Okay, so I also do glance over at the time, and then I glance over at my work schedule and realize, hey, I've got work tomorrow morning. And it's also 2, almost 3 o'clock in the morning, and some of us are in weird, wacky time zones. So you guys will do pretty much, I don't want to say a lap around the forest, but you'll begin gently turning and heading back towards the castle. Of course,
Tim,
you
I must make one request, and that is simply this: to do this one action for everyone here. Falcor! I feel better now.
Dragon turns, does a barrel roll, and only Tintagel falls.
What do you got against the luck dragon, Kim? Falcor was magical at my childhood.
Falcor was, however, not majestic.
He fucking was.
Adorable and majestic are not the same.
Lies.
I can't remember that one where it was like the dragon, like, I don't know. It was like forever ago. Anyway, I guess I'll try to figure it out later after this scene. You guys will turn and you'll pass over a darker section of this forest. It's somewhere where you can clearly see the growing corruption that is staining the dreaming as well.
Happy
can-
feeling gone now.
Yeah, had to. It can't all be dreams. Well, nightmares are also dreams. Let's be real here. They're shitty dreams, but they're dreams. And it looks like this sickly black mold growing and devouring everything in its path. Karina, since the last time you saw it, it has grown about 1.5 meters. So it's pretty. It's very large now. And it's eating literally the trees. There is nothing in its wake or left in its wake. It's just a spiraling, growing circle. If you've ever seen bacteria grow, it's kind of like that, except like in a much more neater circle instead of just like kind of all over the place, depending on the bacteria you're growing and where it is. And there are.
She said, ew.
Yeah. And there are also trees that are encased in spiders' webs. Kind of towards the edges of this corruption. And you notice the spider silk that's kind of covering these trees. Yes, the mold's on it, but the mold's having a harder time eating through it. So it's slowing it down in an odd way, but it's slowing it down regardless.
Kincaid will take note of that.
Same with Karina. I think Kincaid and Karina gonna have to talk with their spider buddies.
Spider buddies. And then you will all land peacefully right back at Tintagil's castle.
Does she shrink back to human size?
Well, I mean, she's going to let you guys all get off first, because if she just goes into human size now, then she's going to be crushed. Actually, she probably won't, but...
Did she ask us the adventure question, like out loud?
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool. So he'll wait till she shrinks right down.
So we get off first?
He'll drink
Yes.
off.
Yeah, does everyone get off first?
Yes, Jesus Lord, Lord, head cannon.
Yeah, Pepper will actually get off and hover fairly close.
Tintagel will get off.
Oh yeah, right, gets off.
So, how does it literally feel to have ridden the lightning?
She turns and looks over very casually. I ride the lightning every day.
I
think
am...
that you- Oh, sorry. continue.
He'll say, I am not lightning. That was my mother.
Looks at Tintagel and just nods like, oh yeah. Keeps walking every day.
Tintagel will walk over to the dragon when it's done changing back into its human form, and it will say, I have a suspicion that your previous master is going to attempt to claim you again.
I will devour him.
I'm sure you will. We hope that you've come to think of this place as your home. We very much think that you have become a part of it.
While you may think that, it is ultimately not my home. It never will be.
He'll smile very slightly, and he'll say, that doesn't change how we feel about you.
I suppose it doesn't.
I think that you've made he'll look back at the kind of the group a little way away and he'll say, I think you made the young one incredibly happy.
Oh no. Standing next to you is, she said she stayed right close, and so did Kincaid. He's sitting right there.
Oh,
Yep.
my apologies.
Yep.
All right, he will turn around and say, I think you made the young one very happy, denoting the satyr.
He said it to Kincaid. He's like, what?
I
And
am.
if so go ahead, do it.
Nah, you go.
Oh, I was just saying if there is an opening, like a lull there in the conversation, you know what's gonna happen. You're not ready.
Is it?
Dragon's getting hugged.
Oh. They will.
It's
You know
it's
what-
not like a long lingering thing. It's just a quick like she lunges in and squeezes her and says, "Thank you so much." It lets her go.
You know, like when you hug someone who has clearly never really, really, truly been hugged at all or just often in their life. So it's just that kind of like, what the fuck is this form of like human physical emotion contact thing?
Oh
And so
yeah.
they're just kind of like stock still, like, what? What?
No, laden with like the sweetest appreciation and affection ever. Like not a long hug, but a quick like squeeze around the middle and thanks. And then she pulls herself back like, nope, composure. Yeah.
And where is Max when we need him to say what?
What? What?
But yes, she will. She'll kind of look over and she'll blink curiously. Then she'll say, "I am glad and happy to have helped. After all, while there are many stories of my kind that range from tyrants to benevolent patrons, I suppose I simply want to cultivate dreams, whether they be of changelings or others." And she's not talking to Tintagel, she's looking at Pepper right now. What was that, Marcus? My bad.
Oh, she's talking to Pepper, then I'll wait.
It's just
Well,
a big broad smile. It was very much like a dream.
She'll smile.
I think everyone dreams at some point. Either when they're very little or even when they're older of riding a dragon.
Dreams are a special, enigmatic thing, so I'm told anyway. They should be equally cherished and possibly discarded if need be. But a lesson, an odd one, might be able to be learned.
She seems a bit puzzled by that. The idea of discarding a dream. Because most people only do it when they accept that they can't be real, and that's just banal as fuck as a concept. So she starts to think on the words and then kind of shakes them off. Just because it doesn't sit well with her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whatever the case, you've been very kind. I appreciate it.
They will nod once more.
Tintagel will make a mental note. One day, I don't know how, don't know why, but you're going to be my mount.
Jesus Christ.
You know, Kincaid thinking the same thing, just probably differently.
Oh, you guys.
And
Right.
after she's had her little exchange, she will wander off and actually probably tug on Ride's sleeve, being like, "Hey, do we need to go?"
Rides watches the two dragons like I could have two of those as my mount.
He just literally so related and he goes, the dragon's kiss, because that'd be really cool.
There's an awkward glance back over the shoulder.
Yeah, we're leaving. Yeah, come on, let's go.
I was going to say, I don't know where you two reside. He'll kind of blink his eyes as he walks back over.
Back near the common area. So You know.
I just need to go check something.
I was going to say, he gestures up at the massive castle. We have plenty of rooms.
That's fine. I don't need any. You talk about himself uncomfortably.
What's the matter, Squire?
Nothing.
He's got a place. It's cool. Do you have a safe way for us to get back?
Of course I do. He'll denote walking back inside the building.
Kincaid will wait.
Yeah. As they're heading.
He will point out to Kincaid, I would come inside if I were you.
You hasn't answered my question yet.
What was your question?
He asked, "Do dragons kiss?"
I assume so.
I assumed he'd ask the dragon.
He asked the dragon.
She'll kind of look over at him curiously. And she'll go, it is a human concept, I would say. We do something a bit more different. Our courting rituals are much more unique, I would say. But I would not be adverse, per se, to seeing a human courting ritual.
Bambi goes inside. Nope.
There's
Not
like a
today,
slow-
Satan.
There's like a slow stop from right. You know, just
No,
like
no, just keep going. Just keep going. Please, just keep going.
Well, like, you can tell it's less of like, this is inherently sexual. It's more of like a, this is mildly, curious.
National Geographic.
It's like, how do these, even if they're only partly human now with their souls combined, they're still more human than I will ever be. I wonder what their courting rituals are like. Time to...
slaps Badley's hand away, begins to stride over confidently.
Oh God. Oh no.
Is Rides there with me?
Oh yeah, suddenly he just appears, like literally just appears like human courting rituals, you say.
What are you, like 7 feet tall?
Yeah.
Well,
The ultimate giant woman. A fucking dragon. God
you
damn it.
can kiss Katrina the troll and get her out here. You can kiss Bambi girl there. You can kiss me. Which one you want to do?
Apparently the internet don't want me to talk. That's fine now.
I'm still kind of reeling over what Gage just fucking said. I'm not sure if I heard it right.
He was like, "All right, you can kiss that one, or you can kiss me. Let's do this." I was like, "What? Wait."
Yeah, but I don't know if he was talking to Sketch or the dragon.
I don't know. That's a very good question. I wouldn't be surprised if he was talking to Rides.
Rides
Or
pops
not.
his collar, debates the choice. It's like Kincaid, Karina, Bambi, or the troll.
You're spoiled for choice.
Rubs his beard thoughtfully, sagely. You know what? Fuck it. Because you have to call in. He has plans for the troll anyway, so you just walk up, bounding, quite confidently. We'll just pick up Bambi essentially and go, "This is for science, Bambi." And just absolutely just lays the gob on her essentially.
You didn't want to see what would happen if it was Karina, and it's not what you would expect.
He would have asked. He would have asked him all in much different ways, which you'll probably do anyway.
For science, snogging.
He did say for science. I mean, that's how it's not creepy if you say for science first.
Apparently not.
It's like surprise.
I will say there's a startled bleat. She is a very abruptly scooped off the fucking ground because he's gigantic and she is not.
And
And the
I'd
dragon.
laugh if she legitimately had higher strength than he did, but that's just me.
It would be hilarious, but she is not.
Kincaid goes, I think I'm prettier, but I mean, he made his choice.
He says what?
He says, I think I'm prettier, but he made his choice.
Hey, we're the same amount of pretty, sir.
Everyone up in this piece is at 4. Let's get it.
Except for me, I'm up 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that base claim, though.
Yeah. I'll get
Never
that
mind,
3.
though.
I get that 3.
Mhm. And the dragon is just watching like a child watching Bill Nye.
She
Abrupt
Does that, he goes,
curiosity.
There is aggressive blarneying and tongue and lots of ginger hair, essentially.
For what it's worth, there is like little to no protest. Startled, but no protest.
Kincaid goes, that there? Right there.
Pops Bambi back down, turns going, yeah. You know, back of the dragon, like, that's how you do it.
By the time she is back on her feet, she looks a little spaced the fuck out. That was very abrupt and very intense.
Good job, broski. He gives him the thing. He gives him the pound. There you go. Good job.
Now, if you'd seen me with the troll woman, well, that would have been inappropriate, like Pat's Bambi's head.
Finally, kind of blinks a couple times.
Necessary for everybody.
But I don't mind publicly showing what I've got loaded under the cannon.
I've seen Kincaid's. Kincaid's seen mine. We've been in odd situations.
Blink?
He's built like a fighter.
Look, our good counts, not this one, another one. He has a very special room. One that I think that you two would very much enjoy. In fact, we should take you there sometime.
No, we shouldn't. They ain't that kind of people.
I mean, like, I don't know what the problem is.
They ain't ready for that. Anyway.
I
So-
think Ryan's is absolutely ready for that.
Anyway.
Tinkerbell is going to politely cough from the door because people wanted to go home.
Right.
Dazed satyr finally decides to stumble to the door.
You're going
Red's, Red's like the dragon. If you ever want any more, public displays, I'm your man. It starts walking back to the door.
Yes. Perhaps later.
Tintagel is going to lead you through the castle, up a set of stairs, and to an old-timey escalator. There's an escalator.
I thought you were
An
going to
elevator?
say escalator. I was like, damn.
Oh, sorry, an old-timey elevator, not an escalator. Elevator. My apologies.
Oh, okay.
That's not what I thought.
As you are deposited in a room of the castle you've never been before.
There are a lot of those.
It is pictured on screen.
Oh, that's awesome.
We could probably like fly a whole castle away without the dragon in it.
Dragon can fly its motherfucking self.
This is true.
You got wings, though.
He will walk to the golden globe as pictured, and he will bring the steering around to a central point, at which point he will speak into another one of those brass tubes, and he will say, "Castle staff, please note that we are about to take off. Please see to all takeoff procedures. Thank you."
Do you ever announce yourself randomly to your servants so you scare the shit out of them?
It's called walking through a door.
No, but it's better to do it on speaker, like they'd be just doing something and you go, attention! You know what I mean? And just absolutely just watch them lose their mind.
He will reach up and pat the Cluracan on the head, just like, whatever you think. He will bring... You'll start to hear the kind of the hum of energy as you start to see pylons spike and rip with dreaming-infused Wujimi goo as the entire castle shakes ever so slightly. I recommend finding a seat for departure, please. Oh, you can stand. I don't. Whatever is good for you.
Sids.
There will be a groaning, shuddering kind of clicking noise that sounds like pistons going incredibly quickly as the castle will begin to rise from the ground. Whee! He is going to fly it very deftly and very slowly back to the Changeling Market, where he is going to deposit it outside one of the main gates to the Changeling Market with a titum. Titum.
If there were more people not sick and around, there'd probably be much more of a crowd, but everyone who's there is just kind of sick and like too tired to care.
That's fair. Okay. Does anyone else wish to do anything before I put the button?
I think we're good.
All right. Thank you, Claes, for playing. Thank you for watching. This has been another scene in Darkness in Dublin, where no shit, we've been at this for like 4 hours. Have a good one, y'all.